Welcome back to CRL Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Heath, and also my three flashes.
What's up? And Heaton, I don't think you said that fast enough that time.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah. You gotta get a better one on that here. And we gotta
Okay.
keep all this in here. We want to hear it again.
Okay, do it again. Count down again. Just doing this all over again. But it stays in though, Stanley.
Okay, we're all staying in though. All right, so we're gonna get to hear the countdown this time for everyone. All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to CRL Podcast. As always, my name is Heath, and also alongside my three flashes.
There you go. Woo.
And as always, we have Stanley back tonight, boys. Last week we did not have him, so we have him back tonight, which is fucking awesome. And quick before we get our our new guest tonight, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Yes, sponsors. Northeast Texas Storm Chasers.
Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. Cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Changers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
And then Stanley, if you want to read off the new sponsor.
Viking Mat Co. is one of the top suppliers of timber mat products for the construction industry in North America. Our new and used timber mats, hardwood access mats, timber crane mats, and swamp mats provide support and stability for any project.
Guest tonight, Flash. He is we are calling him the oldest driver on Heat 5. He might not be, but oh fucking well, they can kiss my ass. I'm calling him the oldest driver in NASCAR Heat 5. Asphalt Gator. He's up, but how you been, Gator?
I've been good. Been doing good. Having fun.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, you got you a drink and some licorice ready to go for the podcast?
Always has
Absolutely.
to bro.
Yes,
Got a
sir.
full one.
All right.
This man eats licorice every single day when we race.
Damn, Skippy. I keep forgetting to hit the button.
It's still way better than your shrimp fried rice, Ethan.
Hey,
Oh,
I
that's
just shoot
true,
my
too.
fucking race on road
Yeah.
courses, bro. Don't diss my shrimp fried rice. I just shoot I'm driving.
That's gross.
I do it when I'm driving though, Gator. Like if you see me hit the wall, I'm eating. It's probably I'm eating shrimp fried rice.
On the road courses?
Fuck yeah. So I'm also far ahead.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to.
You drive with your knee and eat your fried shrimp or whatever.
I'm on controller though.
I know.
So.
Yep.
But we've been waiting to have you on here for quite some time at this point.
Yeah.
I know it might not sound like we're being legit, but we've been
I've been looking forward to this
have
one for
Gator
a while.
on at some point. Like we have to have Gator on, man. If we don't, then we're ageist.
That's
They just,
right.
yep.
We had Rock on, we had Gator, we had Sean on, who's apparently old, but I don't think he is. He's a young buck. And then we're having you on, buddy. So
Yep.
again, welcome onto the podcast. Run us through your how you started the league racing, because I don't know if you told me. I don't know if you said that CRL was your first league CRL was your first league or what. But I know that you were pretty much brand new to the game there for a while. Well, when you first started, you're pretty much new to the game. So run us through that, and yeah.
Yeah. I believe it was last year, early in the year, January, February, a friend of mine called and he was telling me about this game and that we should get in and we should run it. And so we were talking back and forth and stuff like that. And so I went, okay, well, let me look. And so I started looking on YouTube at different rigs and how to build and all that stuff. And I built a racing rig, and I got a 53-inch TV. I got the Xbox. I got the G920 and the pedals, and I put it all together. And the first league that I actually raced in was WSRL. And that's where I started. And I believe we started mid-season.
You started right around when I did.
Yeah, I believe it was right around that same time.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, but that was my first league race, and when I first started, in my first league race, I had everybody mad at me, but you learn.
I remember.
You.
I remember perfectly about your first race.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
David starred me.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I know it was probably bad.
I was running the wall at Vegas, and you didn't know I was trying up to lap you, and you just ran me right into the wall.
Yeah. No, I remember. But it was like, no, he ain't passing me. But then I didn't know what I was doing when we went in the corner, and the car just kind of said, okay, watch. This is what happens when you overdrive. And you were there, and it was like,
Yeah, backstory of Vegas.
that was it.
Ethan cannot run the bottom at Vegas very well in 1 and 2. The wall is the only place he can run at that track. Same at Homestead. I can only on the wall at Homestead. But I told Gator, because I knew I was out, I was like, Gator, next 2 laps, I'll be on your ass. Just go to the bottom. Him, alright, I got you. Me gets to his bumper. Him goes in my. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I called him some bad names that night.
I remember.
But but look, he knows that.
Ryan Newman came out in me that night. It's
Yeah.
like,
That was
nah,
just
you wanna
picking for
go
a
by?
while for me.
You're gonna earn going by me.
Yeah, but the thing is, I thought it was personal though, because at one point he was blocking me like a motherfucker, and then blocked. But when I got past me, he didn't block nobody. I'm like, bro, he's gonna block them too. Like, fuck, he's gonna block me, so hold me up, let them catch me, block them too, and pull back the fuck away.
Yeah.
But no,
No,
the progression
there was
that
nothing
you've
like
had
that. It was just, yeah.
this from last year to this year. I know Flash scene has been fucking. You finished 5th tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
California.
yeah, wide track. I will say, Flash in CRL and UTRL. Sorry, UTLR. Sorry. I know one person I want my ass for restarts. That's that fucking 18 car.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
Or
that
truck
shit down.
or anything. He ran. This man has to watch my fucking streams back and see sees how I jump the restarts. Not jumping, but like when I go in the box. Like every time he's behind, he now purposely, if we're back to back, he purposely goes behind me so he can get a launch.
Yep.
It's never failed. So.
Yep. Every time we get in there and I see it's you in front of me, it's like, okay, this is a fast one. Gotta stay with it.
This is
So
a
it's like,
fast one.
okay,
Gotta go early.
here's what we're gonna do. And so it's like, just probably, 10, 15 car lengths before we get to the box, I'm already standing on the gas. And as soon as we hit that box, it's like, you hit it at the same time, but you've got 2 motors launching you because I'm already matted to the floor.
Yeah,
And
this guy almost
away
spun
we
me
go.
out tonight. He almost spun me out tonight doing it.
It was close.
I wasn't expecting I had to fucking. I'm like, nope, this is not happening today, Chief.
Yeah.
No, but the progression I've seen out of you Gator has been immense. And the thing is, like, I haven't really helped you that much like I want to. And
Right.
you've done it pretty much by yourself, pretty much. You have had help here and there, but it's not like, help.
Yeah. Yeah. I've over the last, the last season, last year, and in between, and I've had some folks help me out a great deal, and with a lot of good advice and what to do, not to do, how to do, and I take each and every one of those things to heart because, well, you're all faster than I am, so you're doing something right that I'm not, and when you tell me something, then I begin, I see progression. I see, wow, okay, now I see what they're talking about. And so it's like tonight, Again, I got to thank Tyler Cubs. He got me a setup, told me a setup. He said, play with this one, see what you think.
Yeah.
And that setup was like, that was the best race car I have been in yet, at California. Because
Which also shows strength for you at the end of the year. We talked before Flash came to the party that you're really looking forward to the end of the year now because we're gonna be racing for the finale.
Yep.
Whether it be on this game or not, even still, you've shown that you're really good at these wide tracks. Because you did good last year. I forget what track it was, but you did really fucking good at it. Oh, it was Michigan. Michigan, you did really, really good at it. The only thing that I told you to work on was not hitting the fucking apron.
See, that was one of my biggest problems last season was as I would go down into the corner, the car would get. I would let it. I always thought the shortest way around a racetrack is the bottom. Stay on the white line. Stay on the bottom. Well, that's not necessarily true.
What are you talking about?
It's not always the fastest way around a racetrack. It may be the shortest.
He did not teach you that, okay? He didn't taught you to run the wall.
Yeah, well, that's why I say, the bottom ain't necessarily the fastest way. Maybe the shortest, but it's not the fastest way.
Exactly.
And I'm beginning to learn that you've got to, it sounds really silly, but you need to come up an inch or two because that affects your car. It really does. Even though this is, an arcade game, it affects your car.
In these games, you really you have to take into perspective of everything because it's like at the same time, the outside's not very good at some tracks, but it's not really the speed you get coming in; it's the speed you can carry off. That's the main thing. Because you've seen me run the outside, I can run it, start off really freaking slow, and at the end of the corner, I'm fucking 2 seconds in front of you. Not that much, but I'm in front of you by quite a bit, and it's how the hell do you do that? Just keep your momentum up. That's not the best advice I can give. Is if you're on the outside, I run just keep my momentum up.
Right.
Because it's if I don't keep my momentum up, I'm slow, and I don't like.
Yeah, you're scrubbing speed. Right. See, we're scrubbing speed when you do that.
Yeah,
and I'm learning to let the car go where it sticks. And I've been actually getting faster because I'm not fighting with the car to stay in one spot.
You're also trusting yourself more once you didn't trust yourself at all. You didn't believe in yourself at all last year. There was a lot of self-doubt last year.
You guys were telling me a lot of. Yeah, you guys were telling me a lot of things, and it was it didn't register to me that, when you go into a corner, you just barely turn the steering wheel, and you'll make the turn, and you'll be fast. But it's my brain still's no, my little center ring and my wheel still goes to the 9 o'clock position when I go into corners, and I can hear the motor. I can hear it. You can see it on the speedometer. I knock off 10 miles an hour. It's dang it. And I gotta figure that part out.
Yeah.
Nick Sim and Chevy both told me that the less you turn your wheel, the faster you're going to go. And I'm like, but how do you do that? How do you set the car up like that? Because he says you have to trust your car. Drive it in like you know how to drive it and trust that it does. And if it doesn't, then you make adjustments. And I've been trying to do that. And, in the last 3 races, there's been a few mishaps. But, I've been learning. That's for sure.
I mean, that's what matters. I mean, he said, you made such a huge progress in comparison to when you first started out. And, like you said, I think that main thing that you are learning, is about the wheel. That's the whole thing about saving tires and everything with a controller or a wheel. It's the less you turn on, the less tire you're burning. It's really, that's what it's about. That's how this game is made. I don't know if we'll be dealing with that same issue on the new game, but I'm hoping it's maybe a little bit more realistic, but still,
Yeah. Well, I think that's, with this wheel here, I started with a Thrustmaster and I didn't like it. It used to ping pong back and forth no matter what I did. I couldn't figure it out. And so I spent the money and I bought the 920. And I for whatever reasons, I don't know, I just don't like the way it is. And so I spent the $1,300 and bought the Fanatec. And so in October when it gets here, because making these things is so difficult, but I'm hoping that that's going to bring more realism that I'm used to in a race car using that wheel. Yeah, we can talk about it. If you're fast on a controller, what makes you think I want to give you a wheel?
Oh, trust me, I'm trash on a fucking wheel, Gator. As fuck, I'm terrible on a wheel.
He is trash on the wheel. He had one.
But that's because you don't run it. You don't run it week in and week out.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, I need to get on it though for iRacing mainly. I don't want it. I don't want for.
I'm gonna have to
just
get
want
me
for
one
iRacing.
eventually myself when I get onto
Yep.
iRacing.
And
I'm just waiting for the new game to
that's
come
my
out.
ultimate
If
goal. Yeah. Well,
If the new game
I'm
is
going
awesome,
iRacing.
then I probably won't be getting on iRacing.
when I talked to the guys at GameStop, I was asking him, and he was like, this new game is supposed to rival iRacing as
Oh, it's
far as
supposed to, yeah,
graphics, as
100%.
far as physics and everything. And so I'm like, okay, well, but my ultimate goal was to get onto iRacing, and I bought a whole bunch of computer parts, and I don't have the most important one yet because I don't know why. So it's a pile over here, but that was my ultimate goal, was to get into iRacing. But we'll see what happens after the new game comes out and the Fanatec gets here.
I'm really hoping that the new game's really, really good.
Yeah.
I know the first
True.
day it launches, I'm running freaking Coda, Daytona Road Course, Bristol Dirt like 1,000 times.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
have to get to a party and do that.
Yep. I wish I had. If it comes out on a weekend, we're good to go. We'll run 48 hours straight.
Oh, I don't. Jesus Christ! I don't think I can do that. I have a girlfriend where I can't do that long.
Yeah. She'll live, right?
Well, I can plan around for it when I find out when it's coming out.
Oh yeah, I can too, but it's like I don't think both my girlfriends would like that.
Yeah.
They both like
Well-
it. I mean, they don't mind us from the podcast, but same time it's like,
We can just set them up
He
talking
was-
to each other for a while we do that.
like, hey,
He was
talk to each
he
other.
was telling me he was telling me he thought September is when it was going to come out, but he doesn't
Oh yeah,
have
end of
a
September.
date. As
Because it
soon as you
says-
get a date, then you can pre-order.
Well, it says Q3 2021. Like end of Q3, which is like around the same time as like September. Because
Yeah.
like Q4 starts in March. No, not I'm retarded. January, February, March, April, May, September. October.
Right.
I'm smart.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of surprised at that. I'm surprised that it's not coming out closer to Christmas for, but hey, I've got my, my stuff's in it at GameStop,
Well-
and the minute that it's orderable,
Oh, yeah,
they're going to
same.
order it for me.
Oh yeah, same. I already have my shit on Xbox. Like as soon as the shit like
Oh, yeah.
Flash are already down, buying that bitch day one. Playing that
Well,
shit
that's the
3 days
thing.
early.
Is it gonna come that way, or are we gonna have to buy the discs and stuff?
Well, I always buy the digital. I don't buy disc anymore. I haven't bought disc since like Monster Hunter Super Cross 1 was the last disc I had.
Yeah, it
that
should
was-
be it should be available digitally at midnight on that day, or actually probably a couple days early if you get the special
Yeah, just
edition,
when
gold
she will.
edition, or whatever they make
Right.
this time.
Right. Yep. Well, I don't know if they're gonna do a beta thing or not, but
They do beta. I can't
I'm definitely
talk,
there.
I can't talk about stuff, but there's a possibility.
Right. Well, we probably shouldn't be. Well,
I can't
know.
talk about it, but
right.
it's-
Well, I think it's going to be fun. I really do. It's going to be a good,
oh, yeah.
it's liable to be a hell of a learning curve for me again, but you know what? Or It might be perfect. It might fall right into my lap to where it's the way it should be, the way I think it is, the way it used to be when I was actually in a race car. So,
You should race cars?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Well, that's
started
something to talk
in.
about. Yeah.
I actually started in a pro stock drag car. It was a gutted Vega. Then we caged it and had a 350 in it, and we were putting 1400 to the ground, and it classified as a pro stock.
No shit.
So I used to run against Bob Glidden and all them boys, but
Wow.
we only ran a year because it was expensive. But that's when I started, and that's what got the bug in me. And my two brother-in-laws, they owned the car, and I drove it.
Did you win anything?
No, I don't even think I made the rounds. We do qualify and all that good stuff, and then normally it was first or second round. When you go up against Sox and Martin or Bob Glidden or whatever, what do I know? And they're like, "Wah," like freaking lights green, and I'm stomping on the
very
gas,
fast skater.
and they're 50, they're 50 car lengths in front of me. It's like, well, okay, but no, it was a learning deal, and it was fun. It was a fun time. It got speed into me, so, but and from that in the 70s, then in 1994, we started with a street stock at Portland. And we ran a street stock for a year, and then I went up to what's called limited sportsman, to the half mile. And then 2 seasons later, I went into a late model. I drove that for 2 seasons. And we used to run the street stock at Banks, and that's a dirt track. So, I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun racing with it. But that's, it's. I'm hoping that the new game is kind of 80% like it was in the actual cars.
Oh yeah, I think it will.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard about it is nothing but positive stuff. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the closest to that we've had yet for console, for sure.
Right.
there's also talks about being like weather involved in the game, which makes me very, very, very happy. Considering now, if there's weather in the game, you already know what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Rain race and fucking Coda and Daytona road course, baby.
Yeah, y'all have fun with that one. I'll
Flash
I'll
won't,
sub.
but Flash won't. No, I'm like.
I
like,
will
we're
with
practicing.
the new game. I'm telling you, if it's anything physics-wise comparable to iRacing or the F1 series, I think I will enjoy the road racing, especially with this new car.
Speaking of F1, that comes out this month. In a couple of days, actually.
I'm thinking about getting that.
Me and Flash, because there's online multiplayer. Online career mode. Sorry.
Yeah.
We can do a co-op. So me and Flash are on the same team in that. We're gonna do a series on it.
I was thinking about doing that. That'd be kind of fun, but I hate road courses. So.
That's kind of all F1 is, Gator.
Yeah. Well, I've got Assetto Corsa. Yeah, I've got that game, and the cars are really cool. They're fast. They sound wicked, but it's hard. It's hard, and that game is really, really precision oriented.
Yeah.
If you don't hit the corners right, if you come off wrong, too fast, too hard, too soft, you there's a little bar up there, and that's how you progress. And you've got to get all greens to go to the next level, and it is hard. You miss shift points, bing, you drop a line. It's like what? So I'm not really.
I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of things about that game. Like a lot.
If you've got,
it's all been good.
If you've got the graphics, dude, let me tell you, it is, wow. It's a neat game. It really is. But I'm not really into that. I like running stock cars. I like running left turns.
Yeah,
As fast as that thing will go. You know?
I would agree with
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I can tell you a little story. Quick
Bet.
one. Me and the girl, my girl, we were on the way to the coast in Oregon. And it's a 2-lane road going all the way there, and it gets twisty, turny, and all that kind of stuff. So we got to Lincoln City. We had a great day at the beach and all that. And I was driving home. Well, I was driving her car. And she has a 2001 Volkswagen Jetta TDI. Well, when you're coming up 101 to get back onto the highway to come back to Salem, it's a long sweeping turn. It's banked pretty good, and it's a long sweeper. Well, coming out of the city, it's 2-lane, and it drops into 1 lane. And when I was coming down there, I like to haul butt, and I get in front of everybody that I can before the sweep, you know, to get in there, so I get in front of everybody. Because you get on the 2-lane, and then you know, there's inevitably some goofball that's driving 45 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
Heathen.
And so we, when
I
I
don't
come
think he
down,
drives
well,
slow either.
I must
no,
have
I go
cut him
fast.
off and made him. I don't know. I don't know if he was pissed off. I don't know if I chopped him. I really don't know. But as we started in the sweeper, he went up to the outside, and he's in this big ass 4-wheel drive truck, and he's thinking he's going to pass me. Well, my girl's got a hold of the old shit handles, and she's white as a ghost. And I'm like, nah, screw this. I had 2 tires in the dirt, which was holding me in that lane with my foot flat-footed. And I beat his ass around that corner. And as I came out of the corner onto the highway, I could see there were no cars coming, and I just shot to the outside. I went past like 8 cars, but he got stuck back behind him. And it's like, no, you're not passing me here. No, you're not. Needless to say, I didn't get to drive anymore to the coast.
Now I can't. This stuff I want to make this called Badass Grandpa. Or fastest.
If she was out
Badass
here to
grandpa.
tell you, she would tell you. She would tell you. Her ass was
This
clinching a lot
podcast
of
can be
freaking.
called Badass
bet
Grandpa.
so. Okay,
Yeah.
yep, that sounds good to me.
The oldest, most badass driver, and had Heat 5.
Well, that's
Well,
still on the title.
Yeah, it gets
that
mouthy.
works.
But it was kind of fun, but you talk about mad, and I think it was more. She was more mad because I scared the living shit out of her because, you know, by halfway through that corner we were at 65, 70 miles an hour. You know, on ramp, sweeping around. But I knew the dirt. I knew my tires were off that asphalt, and they were holding me up. They were holding me in that corner, and I just stayed on it. You know, and she's like, it was probably 20 miles before she even said anything. She just stared straight ahead, wouldn't let go of the old shit handle, or I'm
Got
surprised
herself
she didn't
together.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't reach down and grab the emergency brake and yank that sucker. But I told her when he went up to the outside, I looked at her and went, "Oh hell no!"
Like,
She's
hold
like,
on,
"What?"
bitch.
Yep. She's like, "What?"
They're like, just
I'm like,
hold on.
"Hold on."
I got this.
That's right. That's right. And we went around that corner, and that big old truck, he thought he was going to be, thought he was going to intimidate. It's like, no, wrong one.
Not today, bitch.
Nope. Because that truck, hey, my little Jetta, I can still put your ass in the ditch, easy.
Oh yeah.
He was probably
Because you're on
dragging
the
his
outside. You
shit
made a
handle.
big mistake. Yeah, you made a big mistake going to the outside. So, I mean, all
It's
I
like-
had to do was back off just a smidge and just kind of turn left a little bit, and he'd have been, whoop. So,
Flash.
But I
It's,
didn't.
it's kind of like
I had to
that's the
beat him.
definition of when he says he went to the outside and it was a bad move. That's pretty much like when I was trying to pass Gator when he was a rookie.
Yeah. Yep. People
Go
look
the
at my
outside, you get
outside. It's like, no, don't do that.
I'm the wall.
That's right.
And
8
then me
tires are better
curses
than
Gator.
4.
Gator, you fucking idiot! What are you doing?
I'm using your car.
I was so pissed off at Gator there for a long time.
Oh, I know. You were, but at the same time, and this is a credit to you, brother, you still helped me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, and I greatly appreciate it. You know, I appreciate everybody in our
asshole.
series. You know,
I'm an asshole,
the-
not like, but like
Yeah.
when I know that like you don't come to people for help, like, and I was like, I saw you were struggling there for a while. I'm like, the worst I could do is attempt to help him say no. Right, or like help him, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like that's whatever. Like,
right. And there are people like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like I'm like, if it doesn't work, I can at least say I gave him a shot to try to
Yep.
help him. Yep. And that's like the big thing with you was like you never really like you refused to ask for help.
Yeah, never been that way. You know.
Now,
But
when
then
your ass likes to say, "Oh yeah, I love his most iconic thing," Flash is this. I'm tight. I'm sorry. I'm loose. Gator, let you run. A 9? Well, no shit, you're loose.
Well, I have to fall back to our previous season when a few of our previous drivers were like, "No, run as loose as you can get it. That's fast."
Okay, you don't listen to me. I run 9s and 7s and 8s
Yeah.
every day in my life.
And here's the thing. The first time I tried that, I remember it too. And the first time I went that way is we were at Dover.
Yeah, you fucking
yeah.
I was running. I had it a 9. I really did. And because I was told that's what you want to run here because you'll be fast.
Who told you that?
Well, I
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
kill
say
him.
any names.
Tell him. Spill the beans. Oh, that guy?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
because I
never
figured I
listened
was
to him.
under.
running in the back.
I figured I was under his wing a little bit, and he's, and so I'm like, okay. So I put it at a 9, and holy crap. Dropped that green flag, and we went down that first turn. I don't know how many people I got. There must have been at least 5 or 6.
Hi, Gator.
I'm like, how do you drive
Nice
this
to meet
car?
you.
How do you do
The thing-
that?
he
No
didn't.
kidding.
He didn't.
Yeah, that was. I think I'm trying to think if Dover was my first race. I don't think so. I think Martinsville I think it was Martinsville was my first race, and everybody's like, "You're going to start him here, really?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. I don't know why they would switch with that track, but I
But
mean,
it,
it worked.
it was my first race. I can tell you, I was ready to throw up because, it sounds really. I don't know if you want to say it sounds silly, sounds stupid, or whatever, but this was the first time I'm online with real people. It's like it's almost like I was back at a racetrack, and there were a bunch of guys that I'm racing against, and you got to be careful. You hurt somebody or whatever, and you always have the butterflies. Anybody that gets in a race car and they tell you that I ain't afraid of shit, they're lying to you.
Oh, I know. I'm one of the people.
Because I'll tell you, it's something to go diving down in a half-mile racetrack that's just about flat, because Portland was, it was a local home track that was asphalt, that was nothing special. It wasn't, but it's something to go diving in there at 125, 130 miles an hour and going, okay, you got to stick, because if you don't, I've backed into the walls. I've been in a wall. I know what that shit feels.
You both, brother.
I'm tell you what, it hurts.
It is not fucking fun. Because what people
Well,
realize,
Everybody's
everybody's like, oh yeah, you wreck in a dirt car, it's not supposed to hurt. me.
Oh, bullshit.
We don't have safer barriers, you fucking idiot. We have guardrails and concrete.
That's right.
We don't get them fucking safer barriers the NASCAR gets. If you hit that
no
wall, it
such
fucking
thing.
hurts.
When I
Well, no,
raced,
like,
there was
even
no
with me,
such
though.
thing.
When I raced, like, there was safe barriers were still a thing because they started that shit right at the senior died, right? Old
Pretty
man
much,
Flush?
yeah. I mean, yeah, they
Like,
were,
and I was
they,
born a
they
year
had
before
them before that,
Like,
but not.
I was born a year before
everywhere.
that, and it's like, so I've raced in the time of safer
Well,
barriers, but
I
like
can
dirt
tell
tracks
you,
don't
you know,
have them.
I might not have done like dirt racing, but when I did, I used to run when I was in my younger teenage years, run indoor go-kart.
Carts. Yeah, I ran that as well.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah, I ran
still
indoor
do it.
karting in a
Fuck yeah.
bunch of leagues and for I mean, you know, for profit and all that. Like I ran for a few years there, and my worst wreck, I mean, it hurt. I was all bruised up, had to sit out
Oh yeah.
a few weeks.
Yeah.
Sprained ankle, fractured a couple ribs.
Let me tell you.
Pretty sure I cracked
tell
my
you what.
collarbone. Didn't get it checked,
Yeah.
but I flipped
Back-
on my side, launched my helmet off my head.
Oh, you
The
didn't have your
helmet,
helmet on tight.
cracked and it hit the wall. Luckily, that wasn't with my head in it. The helmet flew off
Yeah, that would've
and
hurt.
hit the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when I
So it
when
doesn't
I
feel
raced,
good.
there was no such thing. There's no such thing as safer barriers. There was no such thing as a Hans device. We didn't have LaJoy seats like they do now.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have that shit. You know, we had Sparco, and we had, where you're sitting on a piece of aluminum that's got a little thing that comes around your ribs that, why they sell that seat now is beyond me, because as soon as you crash, it breaks your ribs.
I know I had a Hans device, but like I didn't I used it obviously.
Me.
Just, like I didn't. Well, I had to because I was still young, so I had to still use it. Unfortunately, but it's like at the same time, it's like fuck, dude. Like I really didn't want to
telling you.
do it, but it's like
Wait,
at the same time, you didn't really have a chance. Like
Right.
you didn't have the opportunity to do that.
how many
It's
times
like-
you go nose first into a wall?
Too many.
Yeah, well, with that Hans device, you're still alive. Okay, now
Yeah.
imagine that impact with no Hans device. Dude, I've been hit
I know.
many a times, and that's
I know it's not. I know it's nothing fun. I know that for a
No.
fact. Like it's not fun.
every fucking inch of your body hurts. I mean,
Yeah.
because a late model, you're fucking hauling ass. At least I thought we were 130 miles an hour. But when you hit shit going that fast, I don't care who you
I
are.
don't know. It's still gonna fucking hurt like a bitch.
Dude, and it amazes me, Ryan Newman, how in the fuck did you get out of that race car? How did you walk out of that hospital? But yet, when you watch seniors wreck, it was nothing.
Well, seniors.
was.
Well, I will
It
tell
was
you how
165, 70 miles an hour head
Nah,
on into that wall.
Senior didn't die because of the wreck. Let's get that clear. When
Oh.
senior, okay, so senior, this has been said several times. Senior, when he used to, like on the last stop every single race, he would always unhook his stuff. And so that last lap, he'd loosen his seatbelts up, so he would go forward, and that jarringness is what killed him. Him going headfirst in the wall.
Yeah, I don't know about loosening his stuff while he was still at speed on a racetrack, but
That's not even sold. I don't know though.
I know his belt was torn.
Yeah.
Why? They still don't know why, but his belt was torn. And
The open face helmet.
with
I
a-
mean, that,
he had open face helmet. He had a basilar skull fracture. I mean, it ripped his spinal cord out of his head. He hit
Yeah.
that wall. And yeah, you can say he unhooked or whatever, and he bounced around and bounced off of the steering wheel and shit. But I mean, Kenny Schrader to this day won't talk about what he saw.
No, because
he just won't.
he won't.
No.
Because he was like,
He was right there.
yeah, he was the first person actually, like, he saw a senior at
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst, like, right after it happened, and it was like, I think, in my opinion, like, it was the worst, because it's like,
They were still smoking when Kenny got out of his car and walked over to Dale because they were kind of together.
yeah.
Like,
So you think Senior might have still been alive when, because they said he didn't die on impact, apparently. But it's like,
No, I mean, they were doing CPR when they went into the hospital. So
yeah, so they said
whether
he
he was
died
dead
at
at
any
the-
time from when they
being
got him
in
out of the car,
ambulance, right?
the ambulance to the hospital. He died
At some
several
point, he
times
stopped.
between that. Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently he died in the ambulance. I think I don't fucking. I think it was one. I was 1 year old. I don't fucking. I'm just taking this off the top of my head.
No, I was.
think I
I
remember.
can tell you exactly what I was doing. I watched that race, and there was the crash. And after that crash, I was walking up to the cigarette store because I was going to buy a pack of cigarettes because we were out of cigarettes.
How old were you at this point, Gator?
Well, let's see. 2001 was the wreck, right?
Yeah, that was
February
20 years
14th.
ago.
So
God damn, I'm so old.
74, 84, 94, 2004. I was 20. Oh. How old was I?
How old are you now?
How old are you
I
now,
was born
Gator?
no. 56, 66, 76, 86, 96.
Gator, it was 20
2006,
years.
drop it.
How old are you now?
I was
Gator?
40.
44.
I'm 65.
Okay, so you're 45.
I was 44.
I was 6 years old.
I
And
was. Hold on.
I heard about it. When I walked into the cigarette store. That's when Helton was on there, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I started watching that, and that's when he goes, oh, we've lost Dale Earnhardt. And I'm like,
I'm sure everybody
What?
in the store was, or you got
was
back,
like-
and it was, yeah.
it was like, so I ran my ass home because it wasn't that far. And at that time, my wife, she was just, I mean, that was her guy for racing. And she didn't know because we turned the race off. It was over. I walked in the door and I go, you here? And she's like, what? Said that last crash killed him. She cried for 2 days. So
Yeah, it was all over the
and
news. I remember that.
they had the Hans device.
You just didn't use it.
He didn't like them. He didn't want it
It'll speak to how
because you
big
had to switch
racing
to a
was.
different helmet.
This right here will speak to how big racing was in my household and in my immediate area of family and friends. I remember as a kid them talking more about that incident than 7 months later when 9/11 happened. I remember that as well, but I remember more clearly about Dale Earnhardt's death than I do about 9/11. Honestly.
Oh yeah, you can say to anybody, yeah, Dale Earnhardt wreck was bad. Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. That jet hit that building at 9/11. What?
Yeah, it doesn't make it any better though. Like,
No,
what was
it doesn't.
No.
No.
When was it Atlanta or Texas where Junior tried to kill himself? No, it was Rockingham where Junior tried to kill himself in the car. Like
Yeah,
lap
he went
one,
in-
he turned right into the wall. Lap one.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
nothing was wrong with the car. He just turned dead right. Like
I remember
I mean,
watching that.
I think he admitted later that he was trying to commit suicide at that point.
Right.
I think, but I could be wrong. Don't listen to anything I say because it could be wrong. But like, I know that when his car was perfectly fine, there's no reason for him to turn dead right into a concrete wall if he wasn't trying to
It was
hurt
definitely
himself.
a strange circumstance, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's no safety
he-
barriers or nothing at that
Because
time.
he didn't wear his Hans that race either. Like, he wasn't wearing really anything. He wore open face helmet. After that, I think he went to the closed helmet and then started wearing his shit again. So I think his mom
Well,
was
'cause
like, you don't want to be like your dad or whatever.
Yeah,
And
it
really
kind of.
kicked him in fucking gear to not. Yeah, The thing is, Junior's taking a lot more worse hits than Senior did than that wreck there. It just shows the safety of these freaking cars nowadays. Fuck,
Well,
Justin
it's like-
Haley's last week at Pocono. That was a fucking nasty hit that he took.
Yeah.
And
Well,
granted, he
it's
was
like I was saying.
out of the race for Sunday, but
That crash at Daytona. Well, look at oh, what the fuck was his name? What is his name? The brothers, the crybabies with Childress.
Childress.
Austin and Ty
Yeah.
Dillon.
Yeah. When Austin
I
up in the fucking air, 200 miles an hour, hits the fence, tears his car apart, just stops him right there, throws him down on the racetrack. Here comes Kozlowski, pang! And he gets out of the car and he takes both his hands and he waves like he's freaking, Bugs Bunny. I'm fine.
We just not
Everything's
gonna, address Larson's fucking catch fence first race in his extended career. We're not gonna.
Oh yeah,
announce
the
that.
32 car in Xfinity.
Yeah, he's
I
not a
almost
white
forgot about
Clorox
that,
car. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm a Larson fan. I
Well,
know
yeah, you
all
wouldn't
about
know
that shit.
as a Larson fan, yeah. Just like I'll never
That's the
forget
one that he
Logano's
went up
flip
there.
at Dover.
He went up
I
hook
mean,
first, right?
Wait, what?
When Larson crashed like that, the fence.
He's
Didn't
done
it-
it. Oh no, he landed on his wheels, but it flipped like last
Right.
second back to his wheels. But no,
Right.
that's when the engine was in the fucking stands.
Yeah, that was a bad day for fans.
I think that
Uh,
they delayed the fucking cup race actually to fix the fence, I believe, because they were supposed to
Oh,
start like what
I'll bet.
1, but I think it started like 2 or 3. It wasn't delayed by a lot, but I know that I think it was later than what's supposed to be. But,
Well, I'll tell you what. When you think about these race cars, and you look back on the other race cars, and you look back at Jeff Bodine at Daytona. Oh my God!
Oh yes, 2000
he-
Daytona Truck Series.
He,
Yes.
yep, he
wasn't
launched up
alive.
into that racetrack. Yep.
Have you seen a clip of it, though,
And-
even?
no,
Oh,
that
God.
was not, no.
That
Okay,
one is the
Jeff
worst wreck I've ever
Bodine.
seen.
Daytona 500. Jeff Bodine's crash. Watch it.
It's on YouTube. Oh no, it was the Truck
Oh, it's
Series.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. When
Look
it was
up on
all
YouTube
done
right
and
now,
all,
Heathen. I want your live reaction to this crash.
you got to see it, dude. Swear
Really?
to God.
You know my live reaction, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
You got to see this.
L-
You won't
look it up.
believe it.
Yeah, Jeff
You'll be like,
Bodine,
nah, he's dead.
2000 Daytona.
He went in face first. It ripped off the front end completely. The whole front clip was gone. Motor was bouncing down the racetrack, going to the infield. And the rear clip got ripped off. The only thing left was the center part of the cage, and that's tumbling down the racetrack, and he's getting hit by cars.
Actually,
Truck
no.
Series?
Yes.
No
actually,
panels
that-
were left on the car. Nothing. There were no panels. There was no window netting. There was nothing in the car but Jeff Bodine in his seat with that freaking roll cage.
Yeah, I
Fucking
actually met
ads.
Jeff Bodine when I was a kid. It was a little after that crash. It was probably mid 2000s. When I guess I was almost a teenager. But my dad and his family were friends with somebody that Bodine was dating at this time. This girl that he was dating.
Jesus
And,
Christ.
Oh yeah, watch this wreck, dude.
Yeah, he talked about that wreck with us.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It- Can you imagine being in that race car?
I'd be ejected in 2 seconds.
And then when you look at Ryan Newman,
Did he
you're like,
walk away?
Okay. No. He was in the ambulance and he waved because he had a broken wrist and he had some other injuries and stuff. But no, he waved.
Yeah,
he was went to the emergency room, got patched up, and I'm sure he was probably out within a week.
I mean, the truck.
But-
The truck blew up. I mean, that's the
Oh
best way
yeah,
to describe it.
completely disintegrated.
Disintegrated, yeah.
There were no panels on it. The side panels were gone. The roofs were gone. The roof panel was gone. Windshield's gone. Everything was gone. And he's tumbling down the racetrack. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah,
know,
that's
but
fucking
when-
I mean,
when
you
crazy.
can
Senior-
tell it. The
Oh, yeah.
announcers thought he was gone. I mean, they didn't.
Oh
they
yeah,
didn't.
they're like,
They just
oh
thought.
my.
Yeah, they're talking
Yep.
like that's like the worst I've ever seen.
Oh, it was for me. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of,
Jesus Christ.
and that was like, holy cow, unbelievable.
Fucking Christ. holy
Another
fuck.
one that's not quite as bad, but was very weird how it happened was Michael Waltrip at Bristol in the Xfinity
Oh
series.
my
The Busch
God,
series.
you
then-
remember that?
yeah.
Oh, it was Mike
1990.
Harmon. Mike Harmon
Dude,
did the
we
exact
had
same thing.
Our at Portland Speedway, that's the way you entered the track at our half.
Yeah, that's how.
There was
that's
a
how Williams
gate.
drove this too.
There was a gate.
I thought of
And
too.
It's
Williams
like,
drove.
what? He hit that, and it's not a
It stopped
car.
his-
What
it stopped
the
his
hell
car,
is it?
and it just ripped it in half. I mean, it looked like you took
Yeah.
a can opener
Yeah.
to it.
From the middle, just.
Yep.
And Michael, he's not a little guy. You couldn't even see him. And then all of a sudden, here's this little orange helmet. Boop. It's like, oh my God.
Another guy that my family knew, that he had season, or like he went to Bristol both races every year, like exclusive tickets back then, and went to all that in the 80s and probably 70s, 80s, and 90s. He was an older guy. He actually just passed away last year. Rest in peace. But this guy, huge racing fan. Met all the drivers back then. You could just go into anywhere in the garage. There was no regulations or anything. You could talk to them. So they were in the garage area hanging out, and it was the practice crash. It happened, and they see Michael with the interview for the media, and they see Michael, and I guess one of his I don't know what to call him, like one of his assistants or something came running up to him, or like maybe one of his crew members, and was trying to bring him like a towel to cover him up, because he was sponsored. I think it was Country Time Lemonade. It was a yellow suit, he said, and he had shit himself. So it was like all in the back of the seat.
Yeah,
And
I'll bet.
they were trying to cover it up so the TV cameras didn't catch it live. And I don't think they did, but like he remembers that story because they were trying to cover it from the camera and all that.
Yeah. Well, you have to, when you look at that crash, it was a dead fucking stop.
Yeah.
There was no tumbling or rolling or, coming down the racetrack. It was a dead freaking stop.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a wonder that all of his guts didn't come out his nose and his eyeballs and all that
Mhm.
stuff. But, the cars of today are, they're so safe. But when Senior was killed, I went to the 400 in July that year.
Oh, Dale Jr.
That was an awesome freaking race. There wasn't a dry eye at Daytona.
I
At least-
imagine.
Yep. And Michael stopped, and they're on top of the car, and it's like, holy cow, it was awesome.
Arm in arm, yeah, like shoulder to
Mhm.
shoulder. Yeah.
They were
I remember
hugging at that
picture.
point.
Oh, yeah.
They were just, yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's really weird when you think about it, because it's like, it was what, February, March, April, May, June, July. It was 5 months after your dad gets killed. Dale
And then you
Earnhardt
conquer
gets
that
killed.
racetrack that took
And
him.
you come back and go, yeah, you ain't getting me.
Yeah.
No,
So
they always said like that. I think like last year, like, because he came from what 8th to fucking 1st
oh yeah.
in like 3 laps, and he's like
Yep.
using lessons taught whatever by his father or
From his
something, I
dad?
forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, using lessons learned from his father, whatever as he said.
Yep.
And it's like, at that moment, like you knew, like I honestly thought the fucking Junior was gonna do burnouts, whatever, or stop in turn 3, or turn 4, wherever Senior was killed. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
what I thought he was fucking do, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But I mean,
That
still
would
wish
have been
fucking Junior would have gotten the 3 car for Cup. But what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
I'm just a driver.
Yeah.
I'm just.
and now you
know.
see freaking what's his name?
Well, Austin's in it because
Well, yeah, Grandpa.
Well, yeah, but still, they all were. There's pictures of fucking Austin doing in victory lane with Senior and Junior.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was Senior when they were kids. And even Ty was there. So
Well,
I mean,
the one thing you got to say is that Even though Grandpa gave them everything that they got, the
They're
best race cars and all that stuff,
they're talented.
you
drivers.
still got to know how to drive.
Yeah, like it's like
You know.
I love Bustin' Quinn Half, but I guess he has some talent. I guess. I mean,
Well, here's the trick. He's in a cup car and he's on a racetrack. And when a team, if you or me went to Joe Gibbs and went, "Hey, give me a shot." Where have you raced? Oh yeah, no. Have a good day.
I do esports for stuff. Hey, just give me a control. I'll be fun. I'll race for fun.
Right. But so you
make-
gotta
make
have
it
some
controlled
kind of.
Hey, I'll win.
Even
I'll win the championship in that 11 car. Danny Hamlin can never do his entire fucking career because he chokes too much.
Hey, if he's watching this, you know he's gonna come to your house if he hears that,
Oh
right?
fuck, he doesn't watch the podcast.
This episode, he decides to watch it. He's like,
Yeah.
Steven, you motherfucker.
Let me tell you, it don't matter. You have to. You gotta know how to drive a cup car. You gotta know how to drive. You can't. People just don't hop into a cup car and go racing. It doesn't work like that.
Well, I mean, they do. I forget what team it was back in the day that just fucking started and parked. Them
Well,
guys.
there were those guys that start parks. Yeah, okay, but you still back in those days you still had to qualify. There were a lot more than 43 teams.
I feel like
it was 50
more than.
It was like 50 something teams,
I feel
and
like
you
with this
had
new
to
car,
qualify.
it'll be the same way. I feel like they're gonna need to do qualifying.
Yeah.
With these new cars.
Well, a lot of people say, "Well, why do you watch it? It's just turning left." No,
No, they
it's
turn
not.
right sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, getting in that. See, the people don't understand that car that you're looking at. It's really not a car.
It's a fucking
know.
machine.
It is, and it's a motor that's got a lot of ponies. That's mounted onto a whole bunch of bars that they put, rear ends and steering components and all that shit on it. And then you're expected to go out there and race that bitch as fast as it'll go. And when you look down at your feet, you're looking at a, 3/16 piece of aluminum that's between you and a racetrack at 200 miles an hour. So it's not like, you're hopping into family Honda and going for a ride.
Right? That's just Eden.
And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. Real race fans that, they understand that shit. Guys that have been in race cars, they know exactly what the guys are doing inside that car.
It's a lot.
Yeah. They know exactly what they're doing. And so that, for
I know
me,
a lot
that's
of
what makes
shit.
it exciting for me.
Oh yeah.
Because I watch these guys, and it's like, from first to last at like Daytona, I'm watching these guys going into corners, and I'm going, how in the hell are you doing that?
Matt Kenseth 2000 and help me out, Flash. He went
Where?
last year the 17 car before he went to freaking JGR, I think. Oh.
Wait, what were you? What
He
you
started.
getting at?
He started dead last. He won the Busch Clash. He had to go back. He had to go to a back car because he wrecked, but he won the fucking Clash. He started that last. Came back and won. It was a rain shortened race. Oh, what fucking year was that? I just watched the video today. Well, yesterday technically.
Oh, Chris Buescher.
You're stupid.
What are you talking about? I'm not.
Matt Kenseth.
What
The
about him?
Daytona 500 that was rained out.
Oh, which one? Oh, which
What year
one?
was it? 51st running. Whatever fucking year that was. The 51st
Oh,
running.
that's 2010.
Yeah, that
Or,
one.
excuse me. Yeah, 2010. No, 2009. Sorry, 2009.
That one, yes.
Yeah, because 2008 was Newman, 2009 was Kenseth, 2010 was McMurray,
Trevor
2011
Bayne!
was Trevor Bayne.
Trevor Bayne, that dude.
Hey, hey, he's a wheel man, bro.
That's almost, yeah, that's true. He was in a hot rod.
I mean,
you know?
kind of. It's a
That's
play
like
check.
Gary
Anybody
Cole.
can fucking
I
win.
think I thought it was even cooler than for the Wood brothers to win it than him winning it. Honestly, that was so.
It was his
cool.
birthday, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool
Yeah.
for him, but I mean, like I said, the Wood brothers getting a win at Daytona, that it had been that was
Well, look
Crazy.
at Derek Cope. He managed to get himself second to senior. I don't remember what year it
I
was,
thought he won.
but that's when Dale went into 3 and blew that tire.
He
Yeah.
won that year.
Well,
And
yeah, but
Derek
he was
Cope
saying
just went right on by. You know,
Yep.
No.
you know. So you know, back in the day, that was you were racing. You know.
Yeah.
Crew chiefs, they knew little secrets here and there that make them fast, but you can't do that anymore.
I mean, you can't look at
Now
Hendrick this year. Look at Kyle Larson.
You have, but you still have to fit within the template, and that's
Yeah. Very small.
Yeah.
Very small room to do more shit.
Yeah.
I will say though, you're a Kyle Busch fan, right?
Oh yeah.
What made you be a Kyle Busch fan? 'Cause I know
Way
why
he
I'm a
can-
Kyle Larson fan.
Right. I like Kyle Busch because he wheels a race car and he wins. It doesn't matter to me what his personality is or whether he's a crybaby in his interviews. I don't care about that. You put him in a race car, you strap his ass in there, and he's going to whip butt. It doesn't matter. He knows how to wheel a race car. And that's why I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of Kurt Busch. But when you get right down to the whole thing, when you get right down to the whole thing, I respect all 43 of those guys. Because they're in a car, they're in a cup
Hey,
car.
I think you're the first guy on the podcast that probably respects Logano. Woo.
He's like, except for the
You know what?
Huh?
They can, he's,
Well,
he's a
Grant.
dick. But you know what? He ain't any different than Kyle Busch.
Yep.
Ain't any different. Daddy paid for, Kyle Busch, his dad paid for all of their racing, him and Kurt, and so Logano's daddy, he paid all of this stuff and had good stuff and shit like that, and Logano's still a fucking crybaby.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
Stewart
agree.
Tony
but,
Stewart
you
wanted
know,
to rip his head off.
Yeah, I mean, but in the same way, like he's, maybe
But
not
he
as
can
many
drive a
races.
hot
Kyle,
rod.
but yeah, he won a championship, won 26,
That's right.
27 races, whatever it is, and same thing with Kyle is really racking him up now in Cup. I didn't realize he was in the 60s now in wins.
Well,
but
you want to know something really funny? Is look at what happened when he broke his legs.
Yeah.
Okay, don't give me started on that fucking bullshit.
Ain't no
What?
bullshit. He wheeled that fucking race car, and he's won races, dude.
I'll have to fucking season gets a waiver to run, and then
Right, but
wins
here's the trick.
championship.
But he won.
It's not really a waiver. He had to get in the top 30 in a certain amount of time, and because that's everyone
the
has to
top
be there.
30.
Yeah, but
When you're
still,
racing
if
fucking
he
back
didn't-
markets in the best fucking car, one of the best, like the best team at that point. Oh no, shit, I'd be fucking at least like 29th in fucking points.
Well,
the
he,
races he had left, if he
The
didn't
trick,
win,
no, but the
a
trick
couple of
was,
those
well,
races,
he
wouldn't
did
have caught
come
it in
back
time.
to. He did come. I'd like to know the stats. He did come back to win races. He won them races. And you're talking about both of your fucking shin bones. Yeah,
See,
broken.
I'm not debating he's a good driver. I'm not.
yeah,
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying
I
that
know some
one,
people,
like,
some people
that
don't
year
like
was-
people that.
Oh.
Well, I was gonna say, some people don't like people that come in the sport that get money from their family that can afford to get in there. But if they can
'cause they
actually
can't
wheel the
drive.
car, yeah,
Yep.
if they can wheel the car,
mean,
that's cool. You look at
Dale
someone like a
Jr.
Paul
did
Menard,
it. Fucking Chase Elliott did it.
right?
Because their
I mean,
fucking
you
dad's
look at someone like a
name.
Paul Menard. I get that.
Exactly.
He wasn't really much at all. I mean, he won Indy, but
But Junior still had to come up through the ranks with the late model.
Or
He
like
still
that
had to
that
come
one-
up and
Austin and
race.
Ty Dillon. I mean, they just
They still had.
Everybody
'cause you
gives
can't
hate
get.
to Austin. Austin's the fucking truck and Xfinity champion.
yeah.
Like,
Well, you can't get sponsors if you don't win. And it takes a lot of money to run them fucking race cars. And I don't care how much money Grandpa's got. If you can't drive his race car to where he can at least break even from the purses, why are you out there? Get out of my car. I'll get somebody in here that can drive.
Mhm.
When
Speaking
you
of,
talk
I
about
think,
a
go ahead.
Daytona 500 win, you win the Daytona, it's over $1 million or some shit like that.
That one.
Probably more than that.
That was like at 1.2 mil.
Yeah. And so granted, it goes to the owner, and then whatever your contract is with the driver, he gets paid. But it, some of them race cars, when you talk about a, $50,000 engine and the whole car's, $250,000, $500,000, you run that car all season. If you can win, well, your car's paid for 8 times over.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about expensive and this and that. Dude, they've got frames and chassis that were made years ago because it's made.
That's why I like the new car coming out, because it's supposed to be cheaper for everybody, so everybody's going to have similar equipment, for at least the first year.
It's almost going to be like crate, it's a crate car. Everybody's going to be identical.
Until, well, at least the first year, I think that's going to be
For
what
the
it is.
first year,
I
and
don't know about the
and I
first
think,
year.
talk about
Because the
Track
crew
House.
chiefs are going to find, crew chiefs are going to find their little things here and there that's going to make them a little faster, and then NASCAR's going to change the rules, but it's that's what's, because them guys, the engineers and all them guys, they're smart, and they know some of that mathematics and geometry and physics and all that shit, and the wind tunnels, and you get a 1/16 of an inch somewhere on a fender and it gives you 3 miles an hour. It's like, what? But they find it, and then NASCAR goes, oh, wait a minute, you have an unfair advantage, so we're taking that out of the rules. Can't do that. Whatever.
Yeah. It's dumb.
No,
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, that's, they...
Yep. I would
Every
love to
single-
see, I would love to see NASCAR go, okay, these are the rules for the race cars, okay? This is all we're asking of you, And it's up to the crew chiefs, it's up to the drivers, it's up to, the chassis guys, the body guys, to come up with stuff that makes you faster.
Yeah.
And put it back in the hands of the teams and the driver.
Yep.
When you're all the same, it makes for great, exciting racing. Everybody's bumper to bumper, and you know what? I want to see people race. I don't want to watch slot cars.
Yeah.
I mean, how fun is watching that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's. I really think I hope with this new generation car, it's not going to be, an IROC situation. I think, I think for the first year we'll see a lot of those, like Trackhouse, possibly 2311 Racing, teams like that. I think they'll be more on an even playing field for the first year now. But we'll see how that plays out.
And my rocks, that's the most boring stuff I'd ever, you ever watched.
Yeah.
At least I thought so, because they were all together. It didn't matter what racetrack you're on.
Yep, it was.
Because they were all identical. Their motors, I mean, everything.
Passing was very difficult.
Exactly. And so it's like, yawn.
Yep.
So racing today is not anything like when I was racing.
Right.
You had to
Yeah,
race.
yeah.
You couldn't just ride around.
It's honestly why I think this generation of race fans coming up are liking the road racing, because it puts it more in the driver's hands with road racing, because with the oval packages, it just seems like, it's kind of hard to pass, and clean air is really the main thing. And I think that's why we're seeing more road course races, because that really is the equalizer for the drivers. Like, if you can wheel the car, you're better. It comes through at the road course. But I agree with you. I think they hopefully with this new car, maybe they'll get what they're after, and that's actually being able to pass and not have air affect the cars so much with this the way that the aerodynamics are done on this new car, and then the independent left and right rear end suspension.
Yep. Well, I've always been, NASCAR, Winston Cup racing, whatever, they're on ovals and they turn left and they went as fast as they could and they raced. That's what NASCAR was. That's what NASCAR is. And that's what it, and I've always been, if you want to watch somebody run a road course, watch Indy, watch kart, watch Formula One, watch the Australian Supercar Series.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch that shit. NASCAR, go fast, turn left.
Yeah.
It's like now they're adding, all of this, the road courses and windshield wipers and rain tires. It's like, no, but they seem to think that's where that's the brand, I guess you could say. That's where it's going.
Yeah, the
See,
future
the
is what
thing
they
is,
see,
I don't actually mind the. Well, I know I'm also like a road course guy, so I don't really have an input on this. But like, I kind of like how, because I know back in the day, like, especially like the Glen, we'd always get like a fuck ton of rain, and we'd have to fucking either cancel it or, well, move it to Monday. And I know that that's not ideal.
Right.
Because a lot of the fans that come to the races are there because they don't work on Sundays.
It's a weekend. Exactly.
Yeah. And then like now, I mean, I don't think they should have let that race go as long as they did at Coda, which I know that was a thing. But the Xfinity race at Charlotte Roval last year, it was fucking pouring the entire race. That was a fucking great race though. And no one's bitching about that race. Granted, that's also, mind you, that's a NASCAR. That's an oval track they're racing on.
Yeah. I can tell you a lot of drivers were complaining about it because they couldn't see.
Well, no, not the Roval.
Can you imagine running that fucker, going in the corner and then coming out of it and getting on the gas and get up to, I don't even remember what they were running, 160, 170 miles an hour, and you can't see? Can't see nothing.
Have we heard what the
fucking racing like that?
Yeah, have we heard what the forecast is for Road
America?
America here? Which, if you're watching this podcast right now, should be getting going here very soon, or already going.
The Cup race should be getting soon, yes, but the Xfinity race is already over.
Yeah, the Xfinity race will already be over. And
Speaking
of
the Xfinity race, though, there's 5 JGR cars this week, actually.
Oh.
You have Kyle in the 54, High in the 81, and the normal 3. And guess what, Flash? 81 has Ty Gibbs has a sponsor this week.
Yeah, I heard that.
He said
that is yeah, Ty Gibbs. That's awesome for him to have a sponsor. He deserves it. He's been tearing it up.
Well, he's
out
had
there
a
in
sponsor
the
the entire time. It's just Kyle Busch, his rowdy company shit, isn't really allowing Monster to sponsor Ty Gibbs.
Well, no,
right?
And you can't. And you when you really think about it, you can't, because that's 2 competing brands.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's not really. Everybody thinks the fucking Rowdy's. It's fucking tea. It's all it is. The fucking tea. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, but it's still the name Energy, Monster Energy, Rowdy Energy.
Yeah, but it's Kyle. The thing is, Kyle Busch is the owner.
Hell, you don't know. He's allowed to be buying that shit from the Monster guys. Just putting it in his cans.
You never know, because fucking Kyle Busch. It's Kyle Busch's company. Yeah. So, to come at the Kyle Busch thing, it really gives. I don't know that's a Kyle Busch decision about, because Monster wants all the advertisement all the advertisement it can get. I know that personally. But
I don't think Kyle has really a lot to do with rowdy energy drinks.
He's the owner of it. He created it.
But I don't think.
But I don't think
he has a lot. Yeah, but I don't think they have a lot to do with it. They have.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a brand.
They've
for
got
them
sales teams. They've got.
Oh yeah, I know. But
what the hell does Kyle know about that kind of stuff?
What you think? He went from Monster back to NOS and to Rowdy last year.
Right. So he learned about all that shit from the other 2, and so
he's been with Rowdy and Monster
now.
He's been with NOS. He was with Nos in like 2016 or whatever, and before that even. And then he went to Monster when he broke his leg that year. That was his first year at Monster. Because Kurt's been with Monster for God,
Forever.
I don't even fucking remember.
Yeah. And I'll
I
tell you
think
what, Deegan's going to be the same way.
Oh, Deegan's there. I think she signed a lifetime contract. Honestly, God.
I think
Honestly,
so.
I think she signed a lifetime.
Because that's they sponsor is her.
Oh, actually,
Brian
no.
Deegan in his
no,
in his dirt.
Actually, Haley was sponsored by Nos a long time ago. When she was like 8 years old, she was a Nos kid. And then husband Brian was sponsored by Nos. But then when Brian went to Monster, Haley went to Monster, and now Hayden is with Monster. But
Dude,
the thing
that
is,
kid can ride a motorcycle.
oh fuck
let me
yeah,
tell
he
you.
can. But the thing with that is, I don't know how well that's gonna work when he goes pro though, because he's currently a KTM guy, correct? I mean, I know he's a KTM guy, but KTM and Supercross is not a Monster team. That's a Red Bull team.
Right.
The only Monster, I mean, unless they're independent, I mean, I guess, but like, I don't think Brian wants to fucking spend thousands of dollars on a fucking independent ride when he can go on a factory, because he's too much talent not to be on a factory team. The only two Monsters is Yamaha and Cowie.
Yeah. Well,
Which
you
sucks
gotta
because
wonder.
fucking Eli Tomac this year is off Cowie. I'm fucking pissed off.
The talent that kid's got on a bike like that, I don't think it would matter if he was in a team bike or
No, definitely
know,
not. I don't think it matters. He's
because-
still gonna fucking kick everybody's ass.
Oh, dude.
Bro, he's
That
kicking.
kid-
He was kicking people's ass on fucking a higher powered bike than he was on.
Oh yeah.
Like he's one. I
Dude,
think.
he was running them 50s. He ran that 50 and he was beating guy. What were they at? 125s
85s.
or 85s.
No,
He-
65. Sorry, I'm retarded. 65.
And it's like, so I've been watching him for a long time,
Oh, I have to. I've been
No.
watching fucking. Well,
and it's
Obviously.
fucking crazy.
I have a thing for Deegan, so I mean,
Well, let me tell you what, Brian and
Brian's
his
a nice
wife,
guy.
they
Brian and Marissa are nice people.
oh yeah, they raise their kids.
Even Huck.
Kids go to, yeah. Who likes to just fuck around when he goes to the races?
No,
When he was
no,
little,
actually-
he didn't care.
like 2 days ago. You'll never guess who their coaches now, who their driving coaches, whatever. Well, their mechanic is, who Hayden's mechanic is, or Hudson's mechanic is. Supercross legend. I'll give you that hint. He drove the 22. Or rode the 22.
Wait, what's his name?
CR22.
I don't remember. Can't remember.
Chad Reed.
He's their mechanic now,
Yeah, he works
or
with them now.
or coach, does he?
Both, because he's been working with them the last like month.
Yeah.
Because he's been in their videos for the last like month and a half now or whatever, and yeah, that's scary. If you put fucking Hayden with a guy that's a proven champion in 450 Supercross, I mean, shit. Because Brian, you gotta think Brian. Yes, he knows a lot of dirt bikes, but he won one Supercross race. He's an X Games guy. He's not a fucking
Yeah.
Supercross.
Yeah.
I mean, he is, but
He's the
not
founder
at
of the
heart.
Metal Militia,
Oh yeah, I know.
and those guys. I mean, some of the shit they did in the X Games, But see, that's that one
They
crash of
created
his
a
almost
lot.
killed him.
Yeah, he I forget what he said. I know he
Tore his
lacerated-
liver. And,
yeah, he lacerated a lot of shit, and he should have died. He said, like he very well
He was dying on the racetrack.
Yeah, like, he said there's no way he should have been alive that day. Like,
No.
after that race, it's scary. Like, dude, dirt bike world is very very fucking scary.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it is.
Cause like you don't have no fucking safety equipment, bro. You have a helmet. That's all
Dude.
you fucking got.
Dude, you see some of them guys fucking go over the handlebars, and it's like,
Yeah, Cooper
You
Webb
know what?
last year. Oh, I guess it was 2 years ago now. He went over the bars in practice and actually had to miss the race because he landed. It was at Indy. He landed fucking back first on the concrete. You know, on the
Oh,
dirt,
yeah,
like on the
fuck
straight
that.
concrete. And bro, you could see he was hurting. He tried to race, but you know, it just shows the
Yeah.
heart that these guys it makes because everybody's like, oh yeah, like like auto racing guys aren't fucking athletes. I'm sorry.
Bullshit.
Fucking they do a lot more conditioning work than I think a lot of other fucking sports do.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like I know
Oh, yeah.
soccer's one of the most well, I know soccer's like actually I think the most conditioned sport, but because they're running the
Only
entire
because
fucking
you're
time.
running back and forth.
Yeah, you're running the entire fucking game. Like you don't
Yeah,
get a fucking
I would say if you
breather.
had to pick one that was
Yeah.
over NASCAR, it would have to be soccer, I guess. With
Well,
that, but
football, but like
It-
football is like a bunch of
Football.
others. Football is a bunch of other. It's not just one thing though.
Yeah,
the training
football
is a lot more intense than.
Yeah,
that
there
is,
you have
but,
to
I
have a lot
mean,
of
more
strength.
likely for
Yeah,
injuries.
and endurance. Yeah, it's mainly endurance. You have to have stamina, really.
Right.
But like
But,
especially with motocross now, with having timed races for Supercross, especially like they're 20-minute main events.
People don't
I know.
understand how hard it is to on your body to drive a race car until I
They
think
do
people
it.
get a
'Cause you're-
taste of it. Like,
Bro, when
Yeah,
I
like-
fucking race go-karts, my leg was numb half
Right.
the damn time. Because
Oh,
I'm
I'm
going so
telling
fucking
you.
fast. It's like
yeah,
it's
your
like
whole body.
you're pedal to the metal the
an
entire
average
fucking time,
race
pretty
for-
much.
At my local indoor karting track, if you like, well, at least when it was when I used to go, if you were just running there for for fun, just a recreational race, it was an 8-minute race, and I mean, I remember when I first started as a kid. I mean, it felt like you ran a marathon when you were done. And I watched people, I mean, more out of shape than not, but they had to be helped out of the cart halfway
Oh,
through
yeah.
it. They couldn't even finish it.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I know.
and
Let
that's,
me tell
we're talking
you,
about an 8-minute
when you're
race.
when
You
you're
take
in
NASCAR,
Daytona,
though, that's 2 fucking hours at minimum. 2 hours.
right?
That's
Think
if
about
everything
this.
goes
When
well.
you're in Daytona, and you're in July, and it's 135 degrees in that race car,
Or fucking
And the
Sonoma.
and the wind that's blowing in the window is hotter than it is, and you've got to run 500 miles.
I remember
You've got to
400
be,
in July.
you have to be so focused, so precise with all of your shit.
Yeah.
At the end of that race, yeah, it's no wonder that they all go to the infield care center and they all got
they
got
have to get
IVs
fluids,
in both arms. They're being
because they're
pumped.
trying to get
you
pumped
know?
back fluid because they lose a lot of
Yeah.
fucking fluid when they race. Like, because you think you're sweating.
Pounds.
Like, have you again? You've been around for a while. Have you been in the pits after a race and seen a driver? 'Cause I know I have.
Oh, yeah.
They they go in the car smelling nice and not sweaty at all, right? They come out that motherfucker.
They're dripping.
Yeah, you think you're
they're
in the
dripping.
petting zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and, like Deegan this year at Daytona, like her hair. Well, it was last. When was it? I think it was actually Pocono. Like she has long hair, so it's like,
Oh yeah.
it's like I have fucking long hair. It's like when I fucking go out and race, when I used to race dirt bikes and all that, bro. That's dirt bikes though. You're going like you have straight wind hitting you, like you're not in a cockpit. You're cooler than what you think you'd be. I was still dripping fucking sweat. Like if I didn't
It's
have
the
goggles on-
concentration you got to have.
yeah.
You're
So, and, like,
concentrating so hard
yeah.
for 500 miles.
Oh, yeah.
You know. It's
What's
so
your
when they-
accomplishment
people
you sing
say-
during the fucking races like you did last week? But I mean,
well,
Whatever.
I've seen drivers
Wait, you do
come out of
what?
their race cars.
Kyle Busch was fucking singing during the race on Sunday.
It was.
Or
That
the
was
first,
funny
the
as
second
fuck.
one, after he fucking broke his damn shifter.
Yep.
That's somehow still won the fucking race. Like, I don't understand how
What
that
song?
happened.
He was singing.
Fly like a bird. I think is what it was.
Yeah, or something like that. Fly like an eagle, or some shit. But it was It's something. I've seen guys come out of them fucking cars and they're pulled out of the car and all they can do is sit there, leaning up against the car.
It's like Bubba
Towels
at 10,
dripping wet.
It was like Bubba Wallace's first start at Pocono, when Amaral was hurt in the 43. Everyone's like, "Oh, Bubba's wasn't ready for it, whatever." Yeah, I think that was his first like long race that he did, and it was hot as fuck that day. Like, no shit, he's gonna be fucking tired and like he was, like Johnson's collapsed doing it.
Yeah.
No one bitched
Yeah.
at Johnson Johnson collapsed at Charlotte Flash.
Yes. Yep.
And it's like, people don't understand how much, like, in them cars, I forget, they had, a couple years ago, they used to have, I don't know if they still do it, but I know they used to do the fucking, like, the, inside the car, and about how hot it was.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that,
They still put
and
the
it's
thermometers
easily
in there.
over 180 degrees in there.
It gets pretty
106,
damn hot.
170. Like, that's hotter
It
than,
gets-
like, outside. Like,
Well, and the other thing to
People
remember, too, is,
understand.
they've got, 4-gallon, I think it is, 3, 4, 5-gallon oil tank is right up against the back of their seat.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the headers come right down right underneath where your feet are.
Yeah.
And so, again, you're talking about fucking, your floor is what, I can't remember anymore. I'm just fucking old. 3/16 aluminum sheet. You know?
Yeah.
And so,
And them
they
shoes
put in
you
some-
wear are very,
Yeah.
very fucking thin. So your feet, like,
Yeah, that's,
I've heard like
Blisters.
a lot of
Blisters.
drivers blisters every fucking race.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Yep. And your hands too.
Yeah.
Your hands too, because you got to hold that fucking steering wheel, and you hold it so tight that at the end of
And
the
then
race,
you're also shifting the
it's
entire
a
fucking
wonder.
time.
Oh, it's a wonder they can hold their sodas or their beer.
Or fuck they have.
Yeah, because they're fighting to do that. Can't drop it on camera. Got to be good.
You have
You
to,
know?
you have to take at least one sip of for so you get paid.
That's it. And it's like, after that race for 2 days they're in bed.
Oh yeah.
You
It's
know?
like, and then they're back at fucking training again. Like,
Yep.
well, like nowadays they do a lot of sim. I don't know if they used to do back in the day, but Flash, you got the
No,
help me out
they
with this
didn't
one.
have
They
that. No.
They did. I mean, Ire's been around for a while though, but like, I don't know if they did sims. They do a lot. A lot of people now like to practice with no qualifying and practice. Now it's like their practice is now sim racing.
Yeah. Yep.
Which
That's
I
why
mean,
iRacing is getting so. I mean,
well,
it's
iRacing the last couple years, iRacing's been like really popping off.
oh yeah.
Like 2019, I think it was one of its biggest years, and then last year with COVID and all that, everybody like NASCAR drivers were always on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Especially with no qualifying and all that.
When they
there
went
was
to
a
the
lot
races,
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah, 'cause-
watching the live race cars, you're watching a video game on,
Well, I
Fox.
think
And-
that was fucking massive too. Like having iRacing
yeah.
on. We talked about it with Atlanta, like having iRacing on a national TV, like that, like a
Yeah.
big fucking TV station is massive.
Yep.
Like for the gaming community. Granted, it's like the NASCAR drivers, but it's like the gaming community. Like last year, it peaked. I feel like not really peaked, but like. And then the NFL with this Pro Bowl was a Madden thing this year. I don't know why.
Really?
It's yeah. I don't know how they did it,
Yeah.
but they did it.
I don't watch
yeah.
football.
I mean, I live football. Like that's what I did before
I played in
various
school, in high school, junior high and high school. I played football, yeah, but I liked racing more.
Oh yeah, so do I.
But it's the thing about professional sports nowadays, as far as the basics, when you talk about basketball, football, and baseball, okay, they're being paid hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
To play baseball. And it's, to me, I can't stand watching professional sports anymore. Can't stand them.
I don't watch
High,
baseball or basketball,
high
really.
priced crybabies. I don't watch it. You know what I watch? I watch college ball.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I mean
love-
that's,
they ain't
that's
getting-
the problem
they're
with
not
a
getting
lot
a
of
dime.
professional sports now. They get all political
Actually,
and stuff
Peter,
in
you're
it.
wrong.
Yeah. They ain't getting a dime.
No,
Well,
that's wrong. 2 days ago,
yeah.
3 days ago, as of right now, the NCAA actually passed a thing that college athletes can now make profit off of their name and
Their
all
name
that,
and-
which
yeah. Which I think they
is
should.
something that I don't know if you watch YouTube Flash, but Destroying. He was a kicker for UCF and got his scholarship taken away because he made YouTube videos and was monetizing them. Well, it's like 2,000.
Oh,
like
is that
2,000
that? Is
subs,
that
whatever.
that? Is
kicker.
that that kid, the kicker dude?
Yeah.
That
the black-
fucking guy can boot that
Bro,
ball.
bro, I've been watching him on YouTube for like fucking years now. That kid has
Yeah.
a fucking leg. And then everybody's like, oh no, he's just a kicker. He's like, no one cares. They're
Oh,
giving
yeah.
they're giving people from over fucking seas chances when he's like literally the best kicker and he's consistent though. Like, I don't
Oh,
understand. Like
Yeah.
Donald.
What does he have to
Destroying.
do to get an NFL thing? Yeah, it's
But
amazing
the thing
to
is,
me that
he
he's
got
not.
he got signed to a Canadian football team again and got cut.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't
Yeah.
good enough apparently. I'm like, bro, that dude.
Bullshit.
That dude can play any fucking city he wants to. He can play receiver if you need him to. Like that dude's fucking jacked.
Yeah.
He works out with
I
Tyreek
watched
Hill,
that.
and Tyreek
I
Hill,
watched that dude kick that
is-
ball, man.
he can kick fucking 80 yards.
Yeah.
Granted, that's also
Yeah.
with no pressure, but still, and kick 80
Well,
fucking yards. That's still impressive.
Well, yeah. In what, 2.5, 3 steps?
Oh yeah, it's two. Hold on.
See,
I
so
no, hold on. I used to be a kicker. Hold on, I'm trying to think of what I
it's
used to.
two.
do.
So it's
It's
two
three.
forward,
It's
two
three.
to the side.
No. It's
So you go.
it's three. It's
to the
three
side.
back. It's three back to the left. Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
So it's total of 5. I guess total of 5 steps technically.
Right. But when you watch him, it's like boop, boop, boom, and they kick the
And, like,
ball.
Yeah, here recently he's been like doing a lot of like uncut shit, so you can see, like he shows his misses, and there's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a lot. Man, you can tell like when he misses, like when he like misses a step, but
Yeah.
like because I fucking did that when I was a kicker. I missed fucking steps plenty of times, and it's like whenever you miss one step, people are like, "Oh yeah, kickers have like the easiest job in the NFL." They really
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
man.
No,
They have the
yeah.
hardest job in the NFL. I think
It's
the
so
quarterback
hard.
have the well, not the easiest job, is
Because
like
everybody's relying on them.
yeah. I mean like
Yep.
like because you could have like the best leg in the world, right? But it doesn't fucking matter if you don't have a good mental game. You ain't doing shit. Kicking is all mental. Anybody can kick, but it's putting it through an upright is completely different. I used to punt and
Oh, yeah.
kick, but like I don't know how
I
Pat
used to
Mack did
block
that
'em.
shit. Oh fuck you.
I was a middle linebacker.
Punter-
I used to
punters are
come right over the
people,
top
too.
of the center, man. Step
Yeah, I
on his
played-
back and jump.
Now, did you play against any? Now, since you play football, did you play against any NFL players?
No.
Ha,
Nope.
I beat you
I hung
there.
out. I
Now,
can
they
tell you
still
that.
had-
Well,
They still had the
I
leather
didn't
helmets
play
back
against
then.
them, but I did work for an outfit that driving limousines, and I had clients. I had Henry Ellard. I had
Where am I
Youngblood,
from?
Jack Youngblood.
I know him. Yeah, he's in Madden. I know him. He played for the
And,
Rams.
Fuck yeah, they did, and the Rams played right down the street. And yeah, it's. But they don't have ball players like they did back then.
They do.
Dick
Aaron
Butkus was
Donald.
my idol. Dick Butkus was my idol. It was like, dude, that's who I want to play like. And I would watch films. I'd watch games.
Well, I do
That's
know.
a footballer. Not
watching-
these crybabies nowadays.
Hey,
Targeting. You're out
Well, yeah.
targeting. Yeah, let Dick Butkus target your ass. You know.
I know me playing football helped me get good at racing because, well, it's not really that. It's like film study. Because I was I played quarterback
Oh yeah.
almost all my life, but I also played kicker and punter, obviously. But like, as a quarterback, you'd watch film of the team, coming into next week, the defense and all that, you'd also watch film from the week before of how you did and what the fuck you did wrong.
Exactly.
And the reason why I stream races isn't because I'm just trying to like grow my own platform. I mean, I am now, but like at first I did it just for fucking film, so I could see how I can improve and what I was doing wrong.
Yeah,
Which
that's
people
why
didn't
I do it.
understand at first. I'm like I told you earlier, I was like, if you need, go back and watch any of my streams that I have up, like, because you might learn a thing too. Sean, will Kiss the Fox, and over in IRDL, he watched me at ISM, which I don't know how he learned anything, but he said that he learned a lot and he actually got better. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like you could do that at Homestead, because Homestead, that's my baby.
It
Homestead's a
sometimes
lot of
does
fun.
help to see somebody that to watch them if they run good at that track, to watch a clip of them. That can definitely help.
Well, I know that,
Well, let me
I'm
tell you. See,
probably
I've
the
got
best
so
driver
many
on the
different
outside.
people that I can watch at stream. I can watch the CRL network and I can see everybody. I can see what they're doing.
Well, yeah, but that's not
if I
like,
go
I'm
to-
talking about like,
No. If I go to individual channels, dude, my ink pen and my book are at the ready, because when you're watching individuals, I see what your setups are. I see what you put your tires and shit at.
Mm-hmm.
And so I write that stuff down, and then I go back to the car. I get in the car and I go to that racetrack, and then I try to use that setup to see if I can better myself and go faster.
well, things
Sometimes
I
it
run my
works.
cars really, really, really loose.
Sometimes
So-
it don't. Yeah.
I would say
But
that,
see,
that setup flashing
loose-
tonight was dog shit.
Well, the
No.
funny
Yeah,
thing
the wedge-
is
He had the wedge fucking
loose-
high.
loose on a
Yeah, it was
wheel
higher than I thought.
versus loose on
where
a
it
controller.
needed to be lower than I thought it was. But
Bro, you fucking said a 7 or an 8. I ran a 9 and put like,
That's what I ran.
I was on like, I think I ended it like at like 50.1 or 49 point something, but like I should went lower than I was actually. I just didn't really trust myself because like I didn't have a run that I didn't have.
I just threw that
nose
shit together in
damage.
my head.
So
When you
I
also
ran a
did-
9. I ran 50 tape, and I can't talk about the rest. But
That's
That's what I
know
ran.
what I have. I ran
It's-
45
it's-
tape, something wedge, I forget. I think
Yeah.
it was 27 and 26 or something like that on the lefts, and then 57, 55 on the rights.
yeah. So you were
I'm also like,
You were way
I like
off.
loose. Well, yeah, but I was also up front.
Yeah, that's
Entire
true.
race.
But I was I was 4 cars
Yeah.
behind you when we finished.
You were definitely fat. Oh, no, you weren't. You were 2.
Oh, that's
You
right.
finished
Who
third.
Who
Sorry,
won?
sorry.
Deuce Row won.
It was a
I
fucking
thought-
strategy.
Why did I think you won? You won.
What?
I thought you
This
won. the
this
damn
is a
thing.
good time to go into recapping the week then.
Gator, who won on Wednesday?
Where were we Wednesday?
Homestead.
Oh wait, that's Cup Cars in the Homestead. I don't know. I got yelled at a lot for that race.
I realized something. Flash. I finished second all fucking week.
Yeah, and you should have taken all 3 of them.
I really should have. I know. Fucking shit happened. I got David started last fucking night,
Yep.
and then Lucas won Wednesday night. Which I mean, I'm not mad about that. I technically got win points because Lucas is part-time, so I got win points for that. But I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't get a fucking a win-win, so I'm not really.
I like Homestead now.
I
do,
love Homestead.
because
I've always loved Homestead. That's Flash. Like Homestead, like he says that. Well, he keeps saying that Vegas is my best track, which I'm not saying it's not because I love Vegas. But
Homestead's one of them.
me personally, I love Homestead a lot more than I do Homestead. I mean, sorry, I love Homestead more than I do Vegas
Yeah,
Because
Homestead more than Homestead.
because I can run the wall in like the whole track. Fucking, did you hear that shit last night? They were telling me, oh yeah, you run the bottom in 3 and 4. Me? You have a better chance seeing fucking God me. You see run that bottom anywhere here.
But yeah, while we're doing this, let's recap. So in the Cup Series, of course, Nixium won. You finished second and got yourself stage win. Even Super Shifter got third, LA Fatality fourth, and Cowboy finished fifth with a stage win. Pass Bass 6th, Zach 7th, Grant 8th, Serving Cone 9th, and Deuce Row 10th in that race. Now, last night's race,
bullshit.
or should say night before last, now that we're sitting here at 3:30 in the morning, but the Xfinity race, Hash Bass was able to get the win. With
That was cool as shit.
yeah, that was a crazy end to it too. I mean, he was able to come through and hold off a hard charge in LA Fatality, and
Yep.
Heathen, our podcast host here, he finished 3rd, so solid week for Heathen this week. Jay Barry finished 4th with a career best for him. Drake finished in 5th, solid top 5. Tyler Cub 6th. DBMR, always mess up that first 4 letters of his name. Sorry about that. DBMR Off-Road 7th. Deuce Row 8th. Out of Mind finished 9th.
He should have
and
finished higher.
Out of Mind had a great race. Yeah, he was up there.
Like she was
Chase
top
Reamer.
4 the entire
Chase.
race. I mean, he should have been up there.
Hey,
With
I
us, man.
led.
Oh, and
I led some laps.
Hey,
yes,
yeah,
you
I
did.
led last night.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
fast there. Oh, I do also want to mention, for this season, Heathen hit his 100th wall in that race as well.
Shut the fuck up.
I know.
Well,
I'm trying to
hold
learn
on.
that shit, you know.
Listen,
If you
let
scrub
me-
the wall for a split second, hey, you can flat-foot it all the way around the corner.
Listen,
Just before
let
you
me-
enter the turn. bump the wall.
Listen. Hear me out. When you're running that close to the fucking wall, it's gonna fucking happen. You're gonna
Oh, yeah,
smack that wall
it's
at
gonna
some
get
point in
you.
the race.
But I've noticed that, yeah, you can, that certain racetracks that you can come down the back stretch or even the front stretch, and just before the corner, if you tag the wall,
Vegas, Homestead.
it slows you just enough to where you can flat foot the corner.
Well, I mean, I was still letting off going to 3. I mean, 1. But I really wasn't letting off that much in 3.
Well, I want to mention tonight's race because we got our guy in here that had a great finish into here, Gator. But we'll start with Deuce Row, who got the win on a nice 2-tire strategy. And,
Me and him
Was it
battled
nice,
for a
though?
little bit, and we were battling. I was running behind him, and I would push him, and each time we'd go into the corner, I was pushing him, and I'd ask him, okay, did I get off fast enough? Did I back off fast enough? And he's like, you're perfect. Just stay right there. And I kept doing that with him, you know, learning.
Yep.
And but yeah, it's fun. It's all learning. You know, I know folks get mad, they get all upset and swear and call names and all that stuff. But you know,
No,
at the end of the
Sharbo.
day, we're a bunch of guys that love to play, love to race, and that's why we're here.
Yep.
If we didn't like it, we wouldn't be here.
Absolutely.
If we weren't
well said.
competitive, you know, I'm a competitive mother. Let me tell you.
Mhm.
But if I wasn't, why would I be here? You know?
Yeah, I think people, like, misjudge all this shit because, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
it's like,
I think so.
some people are a lot more competitive and,
We
like, when
just
people
play
get pissed
games.
off, when people, I play games, but I also like to fuck with you guys. You know, like, the time with me specifically, it's like, I know that I'm very, very competitive when, you know, shit like what happened last night happens. I'm gonna fucking be loud about it. I'm not gonna fucking stay quiet about that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But even with
But see,
and with you last year when you, I mean, I'm not even trying to single you out because you're here, but it's like when you last year when you
No.
fucked me up off like I lost like
Oh, yeah,
4
you
races
let me
because of
know.
off your fucking
Oh
bumper.
yeah. Yeah.
I
let me
told you
know.
about it.
Yeah.
It might not have been very nice, but like at the end of the day, you took the criticism, like the constructive criticism, and got better from it.
Absolutely. You know.
Which I mean, I
yeah.
can't thank you enough for like, you know, listening, because I know that like I don't work with you a lot, but it's like when I do, like you listen, like you're a fucking learner. You might be like,
Oh yeah.
you might be hella fucking old, but you still have
Yeah.
your brain still works.
Oh yeah. It still takes me
Mine
5
does.
minutes to
I'm
get
go-
out of this racing rig. Turn my ass around, get out of this fucking chair. Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's I've never been one like that. Even in my actual career, I was never one to charge into somebody's pits going, you did it. Because in all
I was.
reality, yeah, but see, in all reality, if you're actually being competitive, you're not in control of that race car.
Yeah.
All you're doing is keeping it in line.
Now, like, if I felt that I was
You know?
purposefully ran into, I would definitely go to someone. But if I was like, it's just a fucking racing incident.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I was open with you last year because I thought you were taking that on purpose there for a while.
Well, I know you did. I was like,
This
No.
motherfucker would block me and then not block everybody else behind me. So I was like a 4 or 5 second fucking lead. I had to get behind his ass. Couldn't run the bottom, had to run the top. He'd go like, "Hey, go bottom." I'm like, I can't get it. Go to the fucking bottom.
yeah.
And he
Well,
just got better.
I contend, and I know I've said this before, and you and I have had a few discussions, and some of them were kind of heated on my side, because I'm like, dude, if you want to pass me, you pass me. I'm not moving for you. Pass me. Follow my line. See what I'm doing. See what I do wrong, and capitalize on it. But there were times that you were like, no, move.
If you're not getting on my fucking way, I'm gonna move your ass.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I don't like doing that, but like times where like for say like when I like the wall almost everywhere we go, and you think that's like obviously like you're trying to thing and move out the way, but like when that's like the line I run that I know I won't lose time at, like I kind of like when I tell you, hey Gator, because you ask where do you want me, and I say bottom, and then you go top, I'm like, this motherfucker.
Well, I only went to the top because the car was sliding,
I know.
It won't turn.
And then
and
then the next corner I moved you, and you're like, well, I think I deserve that one.
Absolutely.
Especially at the end of the year, I moved you a couple times during the playoffs for CRL because I'm like, Gator, get the fuck out of my way. I'm not dealing with your shit today. Then I was Vegas last year when me and Party were freaking battling there for a while. I mean, you literally went to the apron for us because you saw we were having
I saw you were coming, yeah.
We were
just
side by
moved out of
side
the way.
for fucking 25 laps easily. I was at the wall, Party was in the bottom, and I'd get the lead for like 2 seconds, I'd run the bottom, he'd get back around me, I'd say, fuck you, my top. Next piece of fun.
I'm learning to get, I won't say I'm learning how to get out of the way because I'm not laying
learning
out
how
of
to
the
be
way
more
for nobody.
cautious.
Right. You want to go by
People
me,
and leaders are behind you.
go by me. If I'm a laps down and shit, I do. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
out of the way as the guys on the lead lap that are racing. I move.
You definitely
But-
at first you didn't. 'Cause there was a race a race when you were like several
I was
several
5-7
laps
laps down. Yeah.
And I'm like, Gator, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, why are you still racing me like a jackass? I
I'm not
wasn't being
racing
very
like.
nice.
See, that's the thing. And what I say, I'm not racing like a jackass. I'm racing. That's what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I'm like-
I might be
and then-
7 laps down, but you
Yeah.
need to learn what I'm doing so you can go by me. You can't expect me to just move.
Yeah,
You
I had a talk with him. Like, me and Gator sat down after the incident where he fucked me out of a win, and I
did.
I mean, I laid into him. I was pissed. Like, he knew I was pissed, but
I
he
took
knew
it away.
he knew going into that party that he was gonna get bitched at.
Yep.
Like he knew it. He was like, he joined like, he's like, I know I'm gonna get yelled at. He's like, I'm sorry before we do anything. I'm sorry. I'm like, Gator.
Yeah.
If that shit again.
I took that.
Beating the fuck
I
out
took
of you.
that win away. I did, and it was not out of malice. It wasn't
Yeah, I
out
know.
of.
That's why I didn't.
But
Trust me,
yeah.
Flash knows when I'm pissed off. Like, I
you
either
become
say
quiet.
it.
I have learned when we were racing in the beginning, when you got pissed, you stopped talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go, "Oh, Heathen's pissed. I ain't heard him for like 3 laps."
Wow.
He's pissed.
3 laps.
So I don't know what somebody did, but he's pissed. And it got to a point to where I knew when you were mad. Swear to God, dude. I knew when you were mad because during races, you heard me not, I think it was in the cup race. I lost my temper. And I wanted to tell Grant I was sorry. And I do. Grant, if you listen in, I apologize for losing my temper. But, dude, there was so much talking going on, I could barely hear.
Oh, that penalty?
And I, you know, I got mad because I got in trouble.
Yeah, you got a penalty for
You know,
the fucking pit thing.
Well, here's what went off into my brain, okay? All of you guys up in the front, you all were talking team stuff. You were team 45,
I don't know what
65 flag right to the, you know, and you're talking all this team shit. And we get right down to it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to fucking bail this time. I'm going to go good. And the fucking drop of the green, I mean, we hit the restart zone. I'm standing on the gas. And somebody up in the front, don't know who, didn't go. And it's like, wait a second. So these two team cars, now they jumped out front, and the guy that held up the next line, he dove in behind. So look at that. Teammates, first, second, third. How'd that happen? And so I'm mad because what happened was when that line stopped, I moved. I moved right into the center, and it was like, wow. And it was like, go to the back.
That was like with me tonight. Like, you saw me get him, like, when I would lay back. I don't know if you watched it, when I would lay back to the back, and then I would try to get that Kyle Busch run. But
get a run, yeah.
No, every time I was back there, no one would fucking go. So I just
dude.
I destroyed Chase's ass, and I destroyed your fucking ass the one time.
I'm telling you, it's like, seriously, guys, come on. There's a great big thing on the wall that says restart zone. And here's what I propose. As you as an admin, this is what you guys should talk about Monday. Okay? If there is no clear-cut restart zone at the racetrack that we're going to race at, that restart zone should be the start-finish line. And there is no mistakes. There's no, well, I didn't see it. I didn't know. Okay? When you look at most racetracks, there's a big, giant blue sign, and it says restart zone. And when we talk about no control cars, that means the minute your ass drives into that freaking zone, you're on the gas.
Or if you're, in our case, Gator, when we're nose to tail, 15 cars before we get there, you're there.
Yeah, we launch. You know. But my point is that, you know, my conspiracy-minded brain is like, okay, so, you know, you got Heathen, you got Cowboy, you got Chevy, you got Nixium, you got, and they're all teammates and they're all up front. And,
well, me and Nixium are just.
Yeah, and so it just seems like that everybody's talking. Yeah, and it's like, okay, we're going 45, go 0.5, and you're listening to it, and it's like, okay, who stopped up there and slowed us down?
Well,
so they can get over or whatever. And that's what that's what my brain thinks about, you know.
Oh yeah.
But then
with the restarts,
when that, yeah,
two of us are on controllers and two are on wheels. With the three, well, last night it was me, Chase, and Cowboy, and then Lucas, and then Adam Mind, who's on the 24 subbing on Wednesday, which, you know, I help out. Me and Flash help out. It's called Heathen's Driving School, right? I help out Adam Mind now. I've helped out Lucas for I don't know how fucking long at this point.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'm like, wait, what do you, Heathen? You just said come up here to the front with me. I'm like,
no,
what?
No, that was with Zach. No, that's Zach. Because I'm helping him with admin stuff right now.
Oh, I see. Admin kind of. Okay, because I'm like, wait a minute. Because you're not taking some fucker in the back that you're mentoring and bringing his ass to the front of the fucking field so you can mentor him.
Zach needs to. Zach's still learning stuff about you know, launching. And
I
all
think
that
he's
stuff
doing great.
Oh, he's doing fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's doing great. And I like his,
absolutely.
I like his no bullshit. We start racing at 10:30. Okay, connection at 10:30.0. Okay, we connect. When that bitch is over, we go right into qualifying.
Yep.
when qualifying is over with, I will give a freaking roll call, and when roll call's done, we ain't waiting.
That's how Xfinity's
The
gonna work
ball
here
rolls.
soon too.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
the thing
and
is, like,
there's no waiting.
with Zach said earlier, he was like, "I'm not hunting people down. Like,
Exactly.
they know what time we race. They know the party's open. If you don't
Yep.
know the party, you don't fucking race. We're not gonna hunt you fucking down."
No. And that's,
that's
the thing.
how-
And
I mean, you.
but see, here's the trick.
I always
Here's
invite
the-
you before 9:30 though. Well, before
that's
because I
true.
want to like we normally practice or you ask you normally here is you've been asking for like tips or whatever how to drive the track, especially when the like Homestead when the wall is very 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 useful. Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
How? I'm like
I know. I
just
kept
let off
it's
for like
still
a second and a half, 2 seconds, then fucking floor it.
Yeah, it
whole
amazes
way
me because
through.
I watched the pro guys race, and I watched the front guys when the camera was on them, and you could hear right when they let off and right when they get back on, and I watched the points, and so I thought, okay, so that's how they're doing that part, okay, so I tried to do that. Because I know the one guy right at the number one cone, he was off, and
was
then
off
right
3.
at that next, right at the next freaking light pole, he's back on the gas. So I'm
Yeah, I
like,
was
okay,
off
I'll
it.
try that.
I was off at I think the last cone. I think I let off.
I was off
think.
the throttle
I don't
halfway
even.
around.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Gator. Like when people, you can ask Flash. When people ask me for like let off points, I don't even fucking. It's just muscle memory for me. Like
Oh yeah,
knowing
yeah.
when to let off. It's like I let off at the same point every single fucking lap, and it's like when I mess up once, ask Flash takes like a good 5 laps to get used to it again.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because that one little mistake,
One little
if you will.
especially like road courses. Like I could do
yeah.
so good for like 130 fucking laps. I don't know race that long, but like 130 fucking laps, and then one mess up, and I'm done for like 10.
Oh yeah,
And that's a
Yeah.
lot of fucking time I'm losing.
you're playing catch up. Yeah, no, I get that.
I can make
And
one
that's what
small
happens to me.
mistake.
You know.
I could go off track once, not even a little bit. I could go wide on a corner, and my mentally I'm like I fucked up. When granted I don't spin out, I'm still on track. I just go wide.
Right.
And I'm
Well,
like,
I can tell you tonight, that's the way it was with me tonight. I knew when I would make a mistake.
which is good.
When
that
I
means
was
you're learning.
when I didn't make the mistakes, when I knew that at California, you want to come from the top, you want to be on the white line. 3 and 4, I go a car length below the white line, but
He runs a heathen line.
I knew when I did it right because it was like, "Wah, bah," and it was right around the corner the car would go. But if I missed that let-off point, just a smidge, and I was back on the gas like I normally was doing, well, then the car would start skating up to the top.
Yeah.
So I knew when I screwed up my laps.
Mhm.
So
See, I
just-
know Flash saw something tonight with both of us because I know when I was in front of you, I noticed this in my rear view. You would, because you were on the bottom. You were on the bottom a lot. When I got in front of you, you stopped. You just followed me. You followed and see what I was running because I was running the bottom early. You can ask Flash. Like I was running the bottom very early for that first like
Yeah, you were.
half the stage, and then first stage really. And then when I got put back in traffic after stage 1, it's like I had to figure out something. Like, Cowboys running away. And I'm like, I can't have this happen. Like I have to fucking get up there. And
Right.
so I started running the middle to high. Mind you, like in heat 3 and heat 4, I ran the wall in 1 and 2, and was still making it fast. I couldn't run it in. I can't run it in trucks, but if I ran the cup race there, I would have been up against the wall for at least like a couple laps because it does work for a little bit. You just have to hit it right, and you basically have to frickin' Noah Gregson, like he does at Homestead, is drag your right rear quarter panel on the wall the entire way around that bitch, and then fucking launch off. And it's very hard to do, but it's like once you hit it once, it's so easy to do. It's just like like. It's like road courses. I told you this last year. When you hit one good lap and you hit it perfectly, it just clicks in your head like, okay, this is my braking point. Is this where my shift point is? This is where everything is.
Right.
I know I've
you
helped
start.
you a lot with road courses though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the one thing you come to me for. Like I think like the week before last year at the Roval, you came to me and was like, "Hey, can you run with me for a little bit?" And we ran like
Yeah,
I
we
think
did. We
100
ran a lot.
I think 100 and 150 laps at the Roval in all three series.
Well, hey,
Even though
speaking
you
of
were
road
earlier.
courses, we got to make predictions for Road America.
Shit.
Yeah, I'll
That's
be in the
fair.
back, so you have fun with that.
No, in real life, Gator. Real life, Gator. Real life.
Yeah, and in real life.
Oh, you talking
No,
about
first.
Oh,
First, do the
Wait,
CRL
and we
picks.
Yeah, we
First,
got
do
the
the
CRL
CRL picks
predictions
next week.
for Las Vegas.
Hey,
Yeah,
if
I
I don't get picked at least fucking once this week, I'm killing all you motherfuckers.
I don't watch the races on TV that are at the road courses. I really don't.
All right, Vegas Cup.
They're
Oh, truck. Sorry, who you got, Flash?
Well, we could do Cup first. I mean, since it's the first
Oh.
race.
Okay, Cup. Who you got, Flash?
Yeah, we'll do that.
For CRL.
Vegas Cup, CRL.
in CRL.
Yes.
All
I'll
right,
get to you this, Gator.
Cup. I'm gonna go with Hardy for Cup.
If he races.
If he races. If he doesn't race for Cup, I'm gonna go with Cowboy. So that's my backup.
You're a little bitch.
Don't
Gator,
worry,
who you got
Ethan, I'm gonna pick you out one of these.
Gator, who you got for Cup for Vegas?
I think if
Yeah.
Chevy runs, Chevy will win Vegas. Cause he's hard, man. He fucking,
He's good there.
Did they not realize I dominated
then-
all the Vegas races last year? Did they not
But
realize this?
dude, we're talking last year. Okay, 65. Okay, no, last year about it. Okay, we're lucky to get last week.
That was,
But
I
the
won
one thing I
twice
have to
last
say,
week.
I haven't seen Chevy this season.
Yeah, he hasn't really been up there this year, which is something
I don't
that
think-
I'm surprised about.
Yeah,
He's been up there
I
in
don't-
PSCS. He's not been up there in freaking CRO, which is really, really, really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets.
But,
He's competitive because when shit happens, he gets upset. I get it. And there's been times that there's been times that all of you top runners, I've given you a hard time. But I'm learning. That's really not what you want to do.
yeah.
Because you want to make friends, not enemies.
Well, trust me, like
And
when
I've already got.
when I first
I've
started,
got a couple of people already that don't like
you.
in my heart, in my mind,
Right now.
right now that are just they don't want to race around me. They don't want at all. And they make sure they don't.
Well,
That's
even
how
if
it
Whether it's a first lap, 5th lap, 10th lap, whatever. If they get to me, they're not worried about me anymore. They make sure of it. And last night was a good night where I was mad last night.
Yeah.
But I didn't say nothing to anybody, but I was mad. And I know who it was. Because I went back and I watched CRL and I watched my stream. Oh, okay, I know who it is now. So, I'm not a retaliatory type individual, but, I'm only going to get knocked around for so long.
absolutely, I agree with you.
I mean, so, and that leads back to the beginning of when we were first talking. I can't believe the amount of cautions that we've had versus all of last season. We've had more cautions in the first 3 races than we have in the whole freaking season last year.
Well, yeah, you remember that was also when we all knew each other.
Yeah, we got a lot of new
Yeah.
guys. I mean,
Yeah.
racing
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really an
fields.
Yeah.
excuse, but we've been having
Right.
like 17 cars, 16 cars every single week, and it's like
Yeah. Which is
at the
awesome.
time it's nice to
You know.
have, but at the same time it's like
different
a lot
personalities.
Of a lot of different personalities. Still, people getting used to each other.
Yep.
It's
yep.
gonna take a little bit to get used to everybody. I feel like the first short track's really gonna fucking show who is, an asshat and who's not an asshat. So,
Well, I'll be leading the pack on an ass hat, other than Bristol, because let me tell you what, my hat's pretty quick at Bristol. I've been practicing and racing that sucker,
I don't know.
and I can't wait till we go there. I really can't.
I don't know. I can't pick myself. I don't know. Nixium, actually. Never mind, Nixium.
Yeah, well, see, that's that was.
You're gonna pick Nixium? Okay.
You're going with
Good
Nick.
pick.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up myself. Damn,
From
fucking hard to pick
Vegas.
that, man. Hey, either I'm
Yeah, but you
finishing
can't
first
pick
to him
yourself.
or second
Yeah.
to him. Either way, I'm getting win points next week, I'm hoping. At least one of these fucking
Well,
next week.
Let me tell you, Daryl, you can't pick yourself.
I know. I don't pick myself normally. Even though I called my shot last night in the Xfinity race for next week's race for Vegas. So,
Yeah.
Cool. But all right, so now Xfinity for everyone.
Gator, go
here who-
first.
In Xfinity,
Yeah.
in Vegas. Well, you know what? I'll tell you. You got to keep an eye on Drake at Vegas.
Yeah. He
Oh,
actually
yeah.
beat me last year for a stage.
Xfinity or truck.
Yeah,
He
that's a good
he beat me for a stage last year there,
He's
more
going to
tires.
be.
mind you.
Yeah, we'll have to watch him. Because, that's, me and him get to battle a lot.
You got a fucking nice battle tonight for the fucking 4th place.
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you something about that last pass. That was so fun. Because coming into 3, I'm like, okay, I can get 4th. I know I can. Because I could get back on the gas and I'd go right at it and it'd be like, no. So I'd be tapping on the brakes so I didn't hit him. And so I knew, okay, last lap, and I told Drake, I said, okay, checkers or wreckers, baby, here comes the corner. And I could have got him, but I didn't. Because I don't race that way. I'm not going to dump somebody. And when we got to the start-finish line, I had pulled out to try to get up and pass him, and I was just inside his corner panel when we hit the stripe. But just as we were coming to that stripe, I made a left-hand turn, man. We crossed the line and we wadded it up, just, and I'm like, checkers or wreckers, But it was fun. It was so much fun racing with him that, And I think, when I get a chance to race against somebody, that's where you learn. You guys are up front. I'm not learning shit from you guys other than what you tell me.
Well,
Because you're up front. You're
this
out there,
year,
unless
a lot of the fast guys like me, Cowboy, Lucas, fucking. I don't know about
you're
Chevy
always
this
up
year,
front.
but we've and like LA and all them, Christian, we've all been put to the back several times because fucking accidents up front, and we've had to drive way back to the field. I know last night in the last night for me because I haven't slept yet, but the Xfinity race, you actually got the lead and then you pulled away for like 2 laps to hit the fucking wall.
Yep, I know.
On older tires too.
Yeah,
I think.
No, I
Yeah,
remember. I
too.
was like, oh shit. And if you remember correctly, I'm like, where in the hell is everybody? How am I up here? And everybody was, and I kept going, looking in the mirror, and everybody is getting smaller and smaller, and I'm like, what the hell?
And then you have, everybody
Hit the
else
wall.
just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
your
up.
thing.
And
If
then I
you
hit
would
the wall.
stop looking in your mirror,
I
you
know.
would be
Everybody
so
says,
much
turn
better.
your mirror off. Turn
Well,
the mirror off.
I keep mine on. I just don't fucking look at it.
Yeah. I
people
try
are
to
like-
concentrate.
Yeah, people keep telling me like, if you have a mirror, use it. Like you have it on, like, and they're like,
Right.
they watch back my stream and they're like, you didn't fucking see me. Like, just 'cause I have it on doesn't mean I fucking look at it. Because if you ever watch any of my streams, Gator, I spin the car around, or look at the side of my car or whatever back behind me
Yeah, I see you do
a
that all the
lot.
time.
Like I do that like at least 100 times a race.
I don't
Like-
know how to do that.
Well, I don't know
You're
how to
talking
get
about
on the
hit the X button?
No, like, I use the stick, the right stick,
right.
and just look around my car.
Okay.
Mind you,
I
I
wish
run
I
in
could
third
do
person.
that.
I run in third person too. I don't fucking run in cockpit view. I don't run fucking hood view.
Oh, I
like
don't
everyone
run
else
it.
does.
I don't run cockpit view.
I know,
I
but
don't run
people run like hood view and all that. I mean, plate tracks. When I'm pushing, I'd run the hood cam or roof cam. But
That's what I run. I run the roof because then I can
No.
see who's in.
I can't. If I can't see who's behind me, I can't. Well, if I can't see, like, I can tell. Like when you fucking smashed me in the ass, I saw it happen. I saw my wheels off the fucking ground.
I did that tonight. I did that tonight a lot. 'Cause each
Well, I
time
think-
you come up to pass me, I'd move over and get behind you. And there were times that I knew I was faster, and I would bang you. I'd bump. Okay, man, get ready.
All right, Flash, your pick
was
for
Yep.
Xfinity.
Xfinity.
For Xfinity, I am
I
gonna
mean,
go.
fucking. Get my fucking pick of Drake. So
Oh,
I have to
sorry.
think of a new pick. Probably fucking
Xfinity.
Lucas
I'm
again,
gonna
honestly.
go with. I'm gonna go with you for Xfinity.
Yeah, 2 in a row, baby.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, after fucking last night, the Xfinity race, I think I need one. Granted, I already have
about-
one Xfinity, but like
What about your pick,
Lucas.
Lucas? Okay.
That's
That's probably
Nixium,
be a
right?
common- Yeah. Be a
Yeah.
common
Yeah.
theme, because I can't pick myself. I know that me and him are very, very similar at Vegas, so
Well, trucks. All right. Gator, who you picking for trucks?
Drake.
Okay, you're gonna say Drake for
No,
trucks.
no, I'll let Gator go first. So
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think again, Drake's gonna be a tough one.
so
But,
Lucas.
I like running Vegas. I flat foot Vegas on the bottom.
That's a problem.
Yeah, but I know you run up on top, but I can flat foot. I don't lift.
So can I.
Yeah, I
I
know.
just don't because tires are fucking shit when you flat foot.
Well, true.
The right rear
But-
burns off so fast.
But I as long as I don't get knocked out of the way again, I enjoy Vegas, and so.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Drake's,
Can't pick yourself,
Drake's gonna be.
Skippy.
Nope. I think
No,
Drake's
but-
gonna be one to gotta watch. Because if he's not having any lag issues, well, yeah, I think Drake
He'll
will
be up
win
there
it.
top 5, 100%.
Well,
At
I tell
least,
you what, Gator.
yep.
Since you're on the podcast, I will pick you for the truck race.
Well, I appreciate
Don't
that.
give him that
Yes.
juju, bro.
I'm gonna
Hey,
give
no,
that.
that's-
I'm gonna give it
that's
a
only when you
shot.
do
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, when Flash does it, you win.
Yep.
He doesn't.
You don't crash.
Wouldn't that be some shit? He gets his
Would
first
that
win
not
and
be?
right when I said
At Vegas? I don't know. About
Yeah.
that.
rolling
We'll
the
That's a
dice.
deal
We'll
for me
see.
still.
We'll
Oh,
see.
I don't doubt
no,
he'll be
no.
fast. Like he's definitely gonna be
Yeah.
fast. But you have to factor in. You have me.
Oh,
Lucas,
it's
LA.
everything else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. Uh-huh.
Deuce Row, fucking the
it's gonna
new
be fun.
guy that likes to cheat. Feels.
Yeah,
like,
well, he ain't because you cheat, you get knocked out of the way.
Oh yeah, that's what I did all fucking night
Hey,
with him.
remember? Here's the trick. Remember the All-Star race? You remember what you told me on the last lap with Party? Remember?
the
I
thing is,
did.
the funny thing is, he was gonna give you the win anyway.
I know, and it
Because
pissed
he
me
had-
off too.
Cause he had the fan vote already locked up pretty much, and he was like, and then fucking, I see Gator fucking 7 in the 3, bud.
And I
He
did.
Didn't even fucking lift. He went below the
didn't.
fucking apron, hit him, killed Party, and they went and won. I'm like, this motherfucker actually
I'm
listened to
telling
what I
you.
had to say.
Yep, I did too. I sent that bitch down in there, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't hit him. Please don't hit him.
Oh,
And fuck.
him. Eagle.
Yeah.
Gator's
But
on
here's
goes
the
in
trick.
fucking
Even
apron.
even when I hit him, even after I hit him, I got so screwed up from hitting him that he still got out in front of me, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And I'm not gonna make the freaking race. And then as we're coming to the fucking line, I see him. It's like he parked, and I'm like, what? And by the time I said what, I already went by him, and it was over. I won. I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened? you know.
Yeah.
But it was. Oh yeah, I'm learning at this point where I had no problem sending that bitch. You know,
I'm
and
gonna
if it's
pick the driver of the 17 truck. Fuck, I can't do that to me.
yeah, well,
Who am I gonna pick? Other than Lucas. I don't want to pick the same person every single race.
yeah. Well, you got to remember, Cowboy's running with us now.
No, he's not. He said
He-
earlier
he's not gonna run.
he was done in lower series.
Well, but he said he hasn't decided yet.
No, he said in our
Did he say
secret
he's
chat,
not running?
Well, you got Seven Cone,
Oh,
LA
well.
Fatality.
I'm not picking that first one you said. I'll go LA.
Okay.
I know I'm gonna still
Yeah.
on top. I will say though, I'm hoping Party does race in the Xfinity cars. I want a 2.0 battle we had fucking last year in the playoffs. That battle was I think
Party
the
big
most
pick for
iconic.
trucks as well.
I don't think it's racing trucks, but I know that
Well,
was I think one of the most iconic battles of CRL history there.
Yep.
Well,
He made a statement. He made a statement last year. I forget who he was talking to. And
Probably me.
he said open mic everything. He said, listen, this is what I do. And he said what he does, and I wrote down every freaking word as he said it. And so I've been trying it. I've been doing that.
Oh, he
And-
lowers the fucking the right rear 4 pounds, whatever, or
Yeah,
up into 4 pounds. I forget what he does.
he raises the right front 4 pounds, and he raises the right rear 2 pounds.
Yeah, that one.
That's all he does. He don't fuck with wedge or none of that shit. That's what he does. And he's, you know, I mean, I look at it. He's fast.
Mhm.
He's always up there.
Okay, I'll take
know?
I'll take my chances with flash setups.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Depends.
Here's the thing
Exactly, yeah.
about that shit. Okay, here's the thing about that. Okay, how come you get a crew chief and none of us do?
Because if you ask Keaton to build a setup, he can't do shit. Customs is different. Presets can't do.
Well,
I never had
I
to
was,
do presets.
I'll send my setup to everyone.
You used to.
see, that's
but
what you did. That's what you did during the
Gator,
playoffs, and it was
I will-
awesome.
I will
Yeah.
add you to our little chat, Gator. Okay.
Here, I'll add
Uh-huh.
you right now.
We have a little chat of everybody that gets the exclusive setups.
Oh, all right.
You can be
You
in there.
can't share it to anybody, Gator.
I know. When folks give me advice and setups and stuff, and they say this is confidential, then I will
Well, yeah,
say
'cause-
I got help from this individual, but I ain't telling you what he did.
Yeah. Because me, Chase, Zach, Lucas, Out of Mind are all in the exact same setups every single night
I know, and
that
I
we all
don't
race
fu-
together.
Yeah, and see, for the longest time, I'm like, how in the fuck do they know? And then there's the code.
That's why when
2 points.
when Lucas said
Go up 2
tonight
points.
about
You know?
well, he said drop it 2 points at one point. He said 50.2 at one point, and 50.1 and 49 something.
Yeah.
That was because we were all in the setup. He was trying to help us all out.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I love the kid to death. He helps out a lot, but at the same time, I was running like 50.1 wedge or 50 or 50.1, and it felt nice. Like I could run the middle lane. It didn't slide at all during the run. The only thing I didn't like was I couldn't run the bottom. But where my wedge was tonight, I could run the middle and make it work better than the bottom. Because I know you saw me fucking going up to almost towards the wall on the restarts and making like 4 passes.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, how the
You are
fuck did-"
officially in the group now, Gator. You've been
Awesome.
added.
Awesome. I
Number
appreciate
I've
it.
already changed
appreciate
your
it.
nickname too.
Student number
Oh.
what?
To Grandpa.
Great.
We all
Well, I'll
have
tell you-
different names in that group. So.
Yep. Student
Well, I'll
1,
tell you
2,
what.
3, and 4.
In 1975, when I first started driving trucks, that was my handle from my CB handle. It was
Grandpa?
Asphalt Gator.
Oh.
Because I was an individual that when I drove, I ran 3 logbooks, and I got from point A to point B, that, what do you mean you ran 5,600 miles this week? Well, yeah, It's but that was my handle for my CB. I was known all over California and Arizona, and I'd holler out when I was coming through. Asphalt Gators coming through. But it's been with me ever since. It's stuck with me. And then
That's
when I
awesome.
started doing this, it was like, I don't know. Here's my name right here, Asphalt Gator. I'm all eat your ass up, which I have been humbled. Let's put it that way. You're not hopping in this. You ain't hopping in this league and tearing it up.
Whoa.
Nope.
Not anymore. You weren't. Can't.
Nope.
I did it first, and then I already got better.
Yeah. Yep. But you have to remember too, as everybody else was, at their level, whatever it was, were getting better. I'm sure you were getting better as well.
Well, you also have to realize when I first came over to, at the time WSRO, I didn't run presets for over a year at that point. Like that
Right.
first Vegas race that I didn't make any changes to anything for like until Chicago.
Dude, you told me that, and I tried. All I changed is
the wedge. So I did.
all I did.
If
Wedge.
I was tight, I loosened it. If I was tight,
Right.
I loosened, I tightened it. My
And
my
that's
right
what I was
front
trying to
worse
do.
bad. I mean, my
Yeah.
right was burning a lot. I tighten it up, and then I deal with it.
Right.
Now, fucking with me and well, ever since like Chevy really started kicking my shit in, I'm like, okay, I have to get better. I have to actually fucking start really trying with fucking like actually start kind of like try hard because I was like, I just don't really care about adjusting it like that much. Like, I can make
I want
mine
my-
adjustments, but Flash knows like if he gives me a base setup, I can tweak it if I need it.
Right. Right.
I don't know where to start.
Right. Yeah, I don't
And
either. See,
all
that's
of
the
our-
thing. I don't
And the
either.
thing is, all of our preset setups are literally my custom setups, just modified
Right.
to a preset.
Right.
Because the customs you can set your track bars. I don't know if Flash goes.
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking, the when he practices, I think he honestly goes into like looks at because you can select a preset or whatever for a custom, like the preset starter for a custom now. And I think it shows you
You
whatever
can?
everything is. I think so, yeah, possibly. I think you can see what track bars are on the line. I think.
I don't know. Maybe,
I know they have a starting. I know they have a starting. Starting the set of numbers is starting. Like if I go to a race and I hit custom.
Oh,
And
those
it's-
steps are dog
right.
shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's probably it's base stuff, and you've got to know, okay, all your shocks.
Yeah, but you don't know.
this and
You don't
that.
know what preset that though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean I did.
Once you figure out what preset is, you're gonna be fine.
Well, that's the thing, and even now, even after all season last season, even now I'm still going. What are you guys running for sliders?
Oh yeah. Well, and with you,
So
I am honest with you because you keep saying I'm loose, like 2 left and right. I'm like, okay,
that's
yeah,
because
you need
I
to start
drive
running.
it too deep.
I know. You need to start running like tighter, because Drake for last year was running loose last year, and now Homestead he ran fucking 2s all damn week. At Homestead,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay. So, you like the car medium? So like.
Yeah. See, I
Everything-
like what they call
Every track that I run, like the preset I run like 1 or 2 lower. That's what Lucas does, because then Lucas is also on a wheel, so he runs 1 lower than I do most times, except for like tonight
Right.
where everybody runs fucking 9. But I mean,
Right.
everyone's on a 9.
Right. Yeah. Tonight, I mean last night I ran good, and it was like, wow, I don't know how I did it, but the car felt really good, and tonight was even better, it's really funny. When we came out of the pits, I was 12 on that last restart. I was 12, I think. I have to look it up again. But I think I came out last. But I managed to
Fucking
run
Eagle.
down everybody. You know, well, I got up to fifth, put it that way.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, holy crap, man.
You definitely did show a lot of speed tonight. A lot of speed, and I can't be more
Yep.
proud of you. I know Flash is proud of you. When I got into that fucking thing, well, last after, because in my interview last night, I said about, I was like, I made sure I shouted out for leading. I'm like, can't forget, Gator led like 5 laps.
I know.
And like that's, I mean, it's a career best in a
That's
race,
huge.
but still,
Oh, yeah.
that's 5 laps might not sound like a lot, but for a
Right.
dude that has been grinding and
Yeah.
like
That's a
not
lot.
to make you sound bad, Gator, but
Yeah.
normally a back marker, as NASCAR
That's
drivers
true.
would call it, like to lead
True.
5 laps at a fucking mile and a half when when the field is stacked. That's a
Yep.
big accomplishment.
And pulling away.
Yeah, that's
That
fucking
was
huge.
that was like, yeah.
That's his.
I-
That's a win in his book.
To me, it
you
was.
could hear,
Wow,
bro.
I was
You
happy.
heard him. I'll never forget. Fucking, he was like, "Let's go, baby!" Like he was fucking hyped. He's like, "What the
Yeah.
hell? Where are you motherfuckers at?"
Well, here's what's really funny. What makes my race, and this is no shit, what makes my race is when Heathen goes, holy shit, Gator's in front of me. You did
I'm like,
that tonight.
how the-
You went,
I'm like, "How the fuck
holy
is he in
shit,
front
he's
of
in
me?"
front of me. And it's like,
Tonight,
yeah, yes I am,
Tonight,
brother.
I think
You
you were
know?
fun because that's when I got hit by Lucas's lag spike
Yeah,
kind of
you
thing.
were, yeah,
But
yeah.
my car was fucked, but it's even still, you were still fast. I can't discredit you were fast, but you were fast as fuck. I can't discredit that.
Yeah.
But like, still, I'm like, holy fuck, I'm getting passed by Gator. You know my race.
Yeah, I
is
did
fucked
too.
up.
I
No,
remember. I come out
I
that
said I
fucking
was
corner and I'm like, Heathen, where are you going?
Yeah,
Because you were
but I was-
going backwards.
yeah. I was like, you know, I was like, I know my car's this fucked up and Gator's passing me.
Fucking A, dude.
And
Fucking
then,
A.
like, at first, Gator wouldn't have. Well, he wouldn't have taken that like offensive, but he would have like felt some type of way. Kind of, because I got yelled at last year for busting your balls a little bit, but like,
You know,
I know.
and I told everybody, look, man, he's not.
yeah, it was never a malice. It was always like,
no.
know.
It's
if I don't like you, I don't fucking like you. I'll tell you I don't fucking
no.
like you.
That's it.
Like some
Yeah,
other fucking
you
guy
know.
we know.
Yeah, you know, I'm. Yeah. There were a couple times. I'll tell you. I'll be honest. There were a couple times tonight where I was behind, you know, folks going into the pits, and it's like, you know what? It would only take me one little bump, and there's 31 seconds.
Fuck their race up.
That's it. One little bump. You know, and I'm like, you really want to, you want to knock me out of the way? Be careful, because last year, it sounds funny, sounds mean, whatever you want to call it, but I practiced that shit. Well, I'm pretty freaking good at, you know, bumping you at the right time to where, boop, 30 seconds. You know, and I'm
That's why I
driving
like
by
you
going,
behind me
see
when I
ya.
pit.
That's it. You know, see ya. But it's, you know, I love this game. I like racing it. You know, I wouldn't have spent.
Over a fucking
Let's see.
grand.
Well, I'll tell you, all told, all through, I've probably spent $3,500 on this system.
Christ.
Yeah.
I
On
need
an
more alcohol for this.
Xbox game.
I need more Xbox. I need more fucking alcohol for this.
If my girl knew how much money I spent, she'd fucking castrate me.
She will now.
No, she won't. And the biggest one was the Fanatec. You know,
Well, yeah, that's like
I went.
Over half.
Well, mine was 1247.
Jesus Christ. But that's just for the wheel, right?
Well, that was everything. That's the wheel.
Oh.
That's the motor, the hub, the wheel, pedals, the shifter. You know,
Oh, I have a
that's
question
not
for you, Gator.
terrible
It's-
and for all that. Yeah, that's
No,
good.
it's not. It's not. No, it wasn't. It wasn't bad
Yeah, that's
because
a
when
good
you
deal
look
for
at
what
the
they normally-
motor, when you look at the DD motor, that son of a bitch by itself $17.99.
Yeah.
That ain't all the other stuff. So that
Where'd you
think
buy it
that
at?
new motor,
Fanatec.
Fanatec, yeah, right to their website.
Cool.
And they make they let you build it, But if like me, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you could spend thousands of dollars because you don't know. It's like, oh, I like that wheel. That's cool. What?
Yeah.
It's $1,200.
Mhm.
I would like to
No.
say before we end this out, though, guys. This comes out, I think, July 4th. So happy July 4th. Stay safe. Drink some fucking alcohol for all of us. If you're old enough, don't be underage drinking. I know I endorse it, but don't actually do it.
Yep.
Don't
And get
don't-
burned up.
Listen,
Yeah.
don't Jason Pierre-Paul your fucking hand. If you know football, you know he fucking lit fireworks and blew his fucking hand off, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, stay safe. As always. Gator, any words before we end this off?
Yeah.
Do we have
I'm-
more talk the next time you come on?
Well,
I,
one thing too.
I-
Oh, good.
I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I think this is awesome. I appreciate you asking me on. I appreciate and thank all the guys in our league, Party especially, for all the work that he does for this, for all of us to come in and race. And I hope to do this for quite some time, long time.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what that sound like, Flash? What you just said?
Hmm.
Matt DeBenettito's speech after Bristol when Ryan Newman fucked him up. He's like, I really want to do this for a really long time.
Yeah.
Well,
You
a
know.
long time. In that same fucking tone of voice.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you
Asphalt
what.
Gator Matt DeBenedetto? Question mark? Conspiracy.
Yeah. Yeah, but that guy's big. You seen him?
He's not
Matty is-
fat. He's tall.
No, he's big.
Bill.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
In one ear, But I appreciate everybody that's helped me out. And example, not to be weird or morbid or nothing, but my mom was 74 when I lost my mom. My dad was 83. And I figure, you know what? If I can get right in the middle of them two, I got a good 20 years left.
That's
And I
a
plan.
good way, I guess, to look at it. I don't know how to look at it, but
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds not
That's it.
terrible.
No, that's the way I figure. If I can reach the middle,
Yeah, that's always
know.
a goal, though. Especially, I mean, my dad passed away when I was technically 16, so
Yeah.
4 years ago, almost 5.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be 5 years next March.
Yeah.
So, and then my mom's still alive, obviously. I'm only 20, turning 21 this
Right.
year, and she's like 40 something. My dad was 50 something, technically.
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
I think it was 55. I don't know. I thought it's mom, but still, like, I know I'm not making it that long. I've done. Flash
Never
already
know.
knows my plans. No, I know. I have
You
plans.
never
for
know.
my life.
No,
so.
there are no plans. There's
Oh,
only
there is.
one
He's
plan.
convinced that he's gonna die at 27, like Jimi Hendrix.
you're
or
full of
some
shit.
No, I'm. No,
You're full of shit.
No. I'm
Let me
dying
tell you
December
what.
8th, 2027. Fuck.
No, you're not. No, you're
Want to
not.
bet?
Yeah.
Oh, don't know.
Because I'll tell you right
Hey,
now.
hey, now.
I'll tell you right now.
Hey, no.
If the only way that would ever happen is if that was the day that the good Lord came down to earth. Okay?
Don't you start with this
But
shit.
if you do it, okay, well, you might regret doing that. But the fact
I
is,
regret-
if
I
you
regret
live
a lot of
every
things.
day, you live every day to the best of your ability, to where if you died the next morning, you got no regrets.
Yeah, I live like every like it's my
That's
last.
how you do that every
Ever since
single
my dad
day.
passed away, I've lived like every like it's my last. So I know that. Well, I don't
That's
know
it.
if that's what you do, but I know that you're an older guy. Is that what you do as well? So everything that you last lived the best. You do all the cocaine, all the methamphetamine that you do out in
Well,
Oregon.
that was years ago. That was years and years and years ago. I don't do that shit anymore. But here's the trick. I do. I run my days. I do my days so that if I don't wake up tomorrow, I'm good.
Well,
Hell
I
yeah.
will say this right now. I promise you one thing, Gator. Before you go croaking on us, okay? You're gonna have a fucking win in CRL.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's coming this season. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, you hear? Hey, heard it here
I'm
first.
predicting right
Asphalt
now.
Data's winning this year.
I'm
Hell
gonna
yeah.
win this year.
I'll
Hey,
stick by that prediction.
Hey,
too.
listen, it's not that me and Gator had just talked about before the podcast started about, possible helping each other out at one point in the season. But yeah, it's
Yep.
fine. I've already pushed one person to a fucking win this year. Why not push Gator to win too?
There-
Talladega.
There you go.
You know, there's some racetracks that I enjoy running. I love running in Atlanta because again, all I do is burp, and I'm back on the gas, both corners. I'm flat footing it. Wow. You know, those kind of racetracks I'm getting better at. It's obvious at California.
I'm good. I thought I was muted. Oh,
Would
shit.
you fall out of your chair?
No, I'm making fucking nachos. My fucking cheese fell out of my fucking hand. I spilled it on the floor.
Oh, dude, that shit hurts. Yeah, that shit hurts.
Go ahead.
But yeah,
Keep talking,
I
Gator.
predict I'm going to win one this season, and it's either going to be a mile and a half or a super speedway.
I would.
I like that.
Anybody can win it. Anybody can win at Talladega or Daytona, basically. But in reality, no, not really.
Oh, yes they can. Look at fucking Michael McDowell. He won Daytona.
Well, that's in the real life stuff. I'm
I'm
talking about
reality.
yeah, but
Fucking Dusher won his
it's-
first fucking start.
yeah.
I mean,
But
it's
all
fast.
it
I
is
can't say
getting
he's
in
not.
the
He's
position.
fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always been in that position. I know Flash. It has actually taken lessons from me from plate checks. He's like, I know Flash. When in PSCS, you're like, how the fuck are you always in like second or first at the end of these fucking plate races? Like you're always up there. I'm like,
Look at
just 'cause I'm
look at
the heck-
Talladega. Look at Talladega last year. I
Yeah.
finished second, and it was like by .001 or some shit behind.
Not
Mark.
very much.
You know, I mean, I was there, but it's yeah, anybody could win, but you know what? You've got to be able to position yourself.
Yeah, it's anybody can. It's just It's
know.
just positioning at the end of the day.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Flash, what were you saying though? Or
No, well, I was just about to say we were talking about predictions and stuff. Like, I guess, well, I mean, we ain't got
before.
say Road America, but
we did Road. Oh shit, Road America. That's right. Shit.
No,
Um,
I won't. I won't even be close to a factor. in that one.
Allmendinger, regular pick. Ty Gibbs, dark horse pick.
for Xfinity,
Yes.
I think it's going to be,
Allmendinger for regular pick. Not no dark
Hmm.
horse shit. Regular pick. And Austin Cindric dark horse.
okay.
So two road course ringers, pretty much. And the thing is, they're both running the Xfinity, so, and they've raced the
Yeah.
Xfinity race the last like 4 years. So
I
I mean,
mean, it's-
they had the most they had the most time out of anybody in that field at that track.
It wouldn't
So-
surprise me. Well, I'm going to pick, for the main pick, Ryan Eversley. No, I'm just kidding.
Who?
Driving the Rick Ware number 53 this weekend. Ryan Eversley. I don't know who that is, but
Who the fuck that is? Bro, I think
Oh.
James Davis over his fucking ass. I didn't
Oh
even
yeah,
fucking
no, I
Rick
definitely would.
Ware
I
cars.
definitely would pick James Davison over him.
Let's pick
No,
James
I'm gonna
Davison's regular
say,
pick. Got it. It'd be a bad pick actually for dark horse. Honestly, God, he did good at fucking Sonoma.
yeah.
Finished top 15, top 20.
I'll pick him for a dark horse for a top 15, and Cup. I mean for the main, I will pick.
Bless you,
Not
Gator.
that. That was me.
I said bless you.
Oh, they said bless you, Gator.
No, I said bless you.
Oh, no, I take as the main.
You can take Cindric, by the way. Because I picked him as a dark horse. So you can take Cindric
True.
as your regular pick. If you wanted to. I mean, shit, he did really fucking good at Coda.
I tell you what, just to make you happy, I'll pick Larson as the main.
Yeah! He won't win now because you picked him, but yeah! He ain't win anyway, but, I mean, you know, he's what it is. I also almost had a pick and roll last week, too. I almost had like fucking a 4-race win streak, and then, you know, lucky I go blow a fucking tire. The last
And Gator
fucking
says
corner.
Kyle Busch for both.
Oh, fuck that
Yep.
guy.
That's right. That's who's going to be there.
But like we said earlier, the 4th of July episode of the podcast, I guess we could say technically it's 4th of July episode. It's also episode 20, by the way. So, Gator, you were part of the 20th episode of the CRL podcast.
Yep, this is.
We've been going on
This
for
is when,
5 months now.
Yeah,
Apparently,
that's
This
right.
is,
Yep.
If there's 4 months and if there's 4 weeks in every single month, that's 20 weeks when we've done this podcast. That's 5 months we've done this shit. That's a fucking lot of time.
Yep, and
almost
we'll be
half a fucking
celebrating
year.
the 245th birthday of America from July 4th, 1776, when George Washington landed his UFO in America and claimed
His
claimed
fucking
it for the
UFO
Mexicans
UFO.
or something like
What?
that. I don't know. I feel
That's right.
history.
From the Indians, you fucking idiot. Either way, though, guys,
Yeah,
stay
well.
safe. If you're old enough,
Yeah, I just
Have
had
a
to add a little
beverage.
humor.
Flash, from myself, Flash, Gator, and Stanley, have a happy 4th of July. Go watch some fucking fireworks with the family. I'll be racing, so I won't be fucking watching shit with my family. But I can't wait to, you know, live this shit up. You know, 2 weeks, Flash, to my birthday, by the way.
2 weeks,
3 weeks.
until
3 weeks, technically.
Lord.
actually drink legally.
What are you talking about? Drink right now. I'm kidding.
I said legally.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right. But either way, guys, thank you for watching the Serial Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Ethan. Alongside man, 3 Flashes.
Oop.
And guest Asphalt Gator. And then obviously Stanley behind the everything.
Gator,
Thank you for all he does.
Stanley.
Yeah.
Races from last week should be on the YouTube page this week. From last week as well. 15 for that. This will be out Sunday at noon. Not 3 o'clock. We had problems last week, so I was at 3. Either way, though, thank you guys. We'll see you next week for episode 21, baby.
Viking Mat Co. is one of the top suppliers of timber mat products for the construction industry in North America. Our new and used timber mats, hardwood access mats, timber crane mats, and swamp mats provide support and stability for any project.
Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. Cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Changers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
I came out that struggle dolo, you ain't help me, so just leave me alone. That bitch, she played me, now I'm wavy, so she hitting my phone. That shit so crazy how they hate me, but gon' love when I'm gone. Shout out to bro for this little session he been putting me on. But I'm a soldier, and I can